Finding those levels, too. Look at that four-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass.
And Shakur meeting him with a straight left hand.
Oh, and there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother, Just Due.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Just Do shine, busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Just Do boxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Just Do. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
The truth gonna tell on your ass what you doing or what you're not doing every single time. You can lie, you can bullshit and all that, but when that bell ring, if you ain't put that work in, it's gonna show, bro. It's gonna show. Not to mention y'all in a sport that can cost you your life. Literally, you can die in this shit. So if that's the case, man, if you gonna do this, don't bullshit with it. If you don't really want it, say to yourself, keep it real with yourself. I really don't want this shit. I can't put the work in that it requires. Walk away. Ain't nobody mad at you. Go out there, you're young enough, you go get educated, get a skill, do something, man. But don't play with this, man. You can get killed in this shit, man.
Do you foresee yourself being in, let's say, more thrilling fights as you get older?
Basically what you're saying is Floyd. Get beat up and get some black eyes, then get your hand raised.
No.
Stoop to everybody else. Stoop to everybody else's level and be stupid.
When you get older, I'm saying. When you get older. Do you think
there's nothing cool about taking punishment, getting beat up, getting bloody lips, and getting a check. It's the coolest thing I can do. I can dominate you, shut you out, and make crazy money, and go home and live with my family in a very, very comfortable and happy way. That's how I like to do it.
Lifting weights and being strong doesn't win fights. Having great timing and being a very, very smart and intelligent fighter wins fights. I mean, I've been in there before with guys that was a lot bigger and probably hit a lot harder and a lot stronger. But Floyd Mayweather always has the remedy.
Okay. Well, 37 opponents had heart, and all of them came up short.
Speed kills, I guess, right? Watching you in person is a lot faster than on TV, man. How important is speed?
Well, it's not really. It's not about speed. It's about smarts. about smarts, and it's about not getting hit that much.
Baldimir's a big guy. What are you going to do to offset the size difference?
It's not by size. Skills pays the bills at the end of the day. It's about being smart, and the smarter fighter is going to win.
Most guys I don't beat them with speed and power. I beat them with smarts. I'll think of guy. It's more up here than here.
Message. Testing 1 2 1 2. Man, is this thing on, man? Message. Message, man. I had to add that to my, part of my intro, as we get this live going, man. Spoken wise words spoken straight from TVE, man. And y'all know I play these things for a reason. I am the clip king, but it's always a purpose as to why I be playing these clips, man. Shit is not a tough man contest, man. Spoken from one of the absolute best fighters in all of this sport, right? Like, man, how many times did he reiterate that point? They kept trying to say, speed, power, be more exciting, bro. Nah, smarts. Less you get hit, the longer you last. Ain't nothing cool about taking punishment. Busted lips, black eyes, broken noses. Like, nah, you trying to make it home to your family in one piece. And that clip and everything that he was saying is relevant to the fighters of today, especially one of the fighters that we're gonna talk about in particular today, Shakur Stevenson. Man, we hear a lot of people attack or criticize his fighting style the same way they did with Floyd, man. They say some of the same things they say with Floyd, from being scared to get hit, or you can't take a punch, or you run, be boring. But like Core said, and like many said, like he said on multiple occasions, man, people don't like blowouts. Blowouts ain't all that exciting, right? And that's just what it is. And I'd rather it be that and me go home in one piece with my health intact, my faculties intact, than entertain somebody for one night. And now you got to worry about the aftermath and not being able to live your life accordingly because you went out there and tried to entertain the very same people that the minute you take a loss, the minute that something happens bad, or the minute you hang them up, they on to the next person. They ain't going to be thinking about you. So it's all about, self-preservation, man, and longevity, right? If you're trying to have not only a long career, right, but life after boxing. And that's why I could appreciate anybody that understands that, and that's what they live by. The less punishment I take, the longer I'm going to last. Yeah, I want to be entertaining, no doubt, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do it to my own detriment, right? I'm not going to try to entertain people to the point where I'm out to get my head knocked around. You get me? It's a smart way to go about doing it. And it's a way to be entertaining while still, being defensively responsible, right? So we've seen that, but I like everything that Floyd was saying right there in that quote, man. And, as they're reporting, he got a fight, they saying, coming up with Manny again. And real quick, just a little quick pit stop, because Manny been wanting that fight. I think he got his wish, man. I think he was saying Floyd was wanting the exhibition, but he wanted a real fight.
Before he wants an exhibition with me, but I disagree, and I want to fight with exhibition with him. I want to fight a real fight like this. So this is it. Like this is what I'm waiting for.
Well, I can't even be mad at Manny. Senor Manny just don't care. He still want to fight. And he said, look, I don't want no exhibition, Floyd. We got to do this for real. He tried. Manny like, I gotta get that leg back, bro. The salt water done healed him. He good now. Senor Manny, he trying to get in there. But shout out to him. But yeah, man, he said he don't want no exhibition, real fight. So September 19th is the targeted date. I mean, I hope they smart. Like I said yesterday, I hope they build the undercard accordingly. Cash Sports, the box story, and my dog, Marcus, my guy, was good with the family. Motown in the building. Dank was good with it, bro. JP is in the building, man. My guy. You know what I'm saying? Rich, what it do? OP, my guy, was good with it, bro. How you feeling, man? Shout out to the fam. Hope everybody feeling good. Hit the like button, double tap the screen. We got 30 people in the building. Run the likes up. Let's get the likes to 100. We should have no problem. Let's hit the like button, y'all. and we're gonna talk about some things, man. You know. So, man, we've been seeing the the back and forth between Ryan and Shakur. And I was saying, just as recent as yesterday, I was thinking like, nah, this, I still got my doubts. I'm like, nah, this fight ain't gonna happen because, I could respect that guys outgrow weight classes, and when you outgrow weight classes, it makes sense for you to stay where you at or fight where you comfortable, fight where it makes sense, right? You don't want to be making fights and having to be sick on the scale just to compete, right? It's just unnecessary, you know what I mean? And I thought the only way the fight would happen, in my opinion, was obviously, him going to 47. And I get it, right? Brian is a big dude, right? He carries some weight to him. You know what I'm saying? Blow up in between fights. And you know how he live. He don't live a fighter's lifestyle. So, he drinks, stuff like that. He put that weight on so he can get heavy. So I could understand him never wanting to fight at 140 again. You know what I mean? I get it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like I said, you just got to do what makes sense. But, since Shakur fought Tio, and since Ryan just beat Barrios and became the champion, that was the first person he called out. Shakur was there watching the fight. He called him out. His dad, like I said, was on Mill City talking about 144 pounds. Since then, he had retracted that, since they fought Barrios and won. And he said 147 pounds is where the fight will have to happen at, or something like that, or it could happen down the line, something to that degree. But then you got Ryan on the other side, you know what I'm saying? He's saying what he's saying, right? He was the one talking about the 144 too, saying he'd do it. Now, he went a bit further, and he talking that talk because he like, look, nah, the hell with the catch weight, the hell with any of that. I'll go to 140 and take your belt. Like I like that kind of talk because regardless of what, you gotta respect it. If you willing to sacrifice and go down there to challenge yourself for his title, I could respect that. You know what I mean? That right there will let me know that you really wanted to fight. Like you put all doubt to bed. You was like, the hell with it. You ain't even got to come up here. So you ain't got to say I'm too big or nothing. I go right to where you at and fight you. Got to respect it, man. This could get interesting. And the reason why I think it could happen, if Ryan is sincere about what he's saying, you already know he got a relationship with Turkey, as does Shakur. It seemed like an easy fight to put together. And look, like I tell y'all all the time, I ain't really here to do no complaining about these fights. They do whatever makes sense. Ryan surprised me a bit with that. You get what I'm saying? Was saying the hell with the catch weight and 47. He like, bro, I'll come take your belt from you. That's what I want to do. And man, that's brave. That's brave. So, I mean, I don't want to hear he's sick this. If that's what he want to do, he's saying it. That's the thing. These guys put themselves out there. And when it's time to stand on it, let's see if he do it. So I'm not against seeing Shakur go to 47 and try to become a 5-division champion. I'm not against Ryan Garcia being willing to go to 140 and challenge him, even though he's never made it. So it'll be interesting to see him go to 140. But that's something that he said. Anything could change from now in a couple of weeks from here. But right now, this is where we stand. This is they had a bunch of tweeting going on back and forth. And that's what Ryan was saying. Ryan said, look, hell with a catch weight. You know what I'm saying, I'll fight you. Joe was good with it, man. Blaze, what up with it? I'll leave him 140. Crazy legendary. Yeah, it is. It is crazy. It's crazy, man. So let me pull up. Where's tweet at, man? I'm for this, man. I'm just for fights, bro. I want to see people fight guys that want to fight each other. You want to fight? Cool. Make the fight. You're a champion now, so at the end of the day, you got more value. People, whether it's for your title or not, it's more value in fighting you now than it's ever been. You get what I'm saying? At no other point in your career were you a champion. So now, with you coming off the biggest one in your career that has made you a world champion for the first time, you get what I'm saying? I think, right, like I said, he in position to make fights. That makes sense. And I think if you Shakur, you fresh off the Tio fight, and that was big. Y'all had numbers at MSG, highest attendance recorded there. So I think that's dope. And for him, I've been hearing him loud and clear. He talking about making lucrative fights and big fights And I think Ryan Garcia checks both of those boxes. Get what I'm saying? Now, as far as legacy, I don't know where that fits in at, right? You know what I'm saying? But it's Ryan Garcia at the end of the day. And it's a guy that has a name in the sport, has a following, can sell tickets. People do believe in him. He has talent. He has ability. He has things about him that makes him dangerous. So it's a fight that I think could do well. I think it'll sell. I think people will really be interested in it. And the fact that he's willing to, at least from what he said, challenge him at 140, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's not something I could say I seen coming. You know what I mean? Gotta respect it. Said King Rod said, man, hell with it. I don't need no catchweight, G. No catchweight, no nothing. We gonna get to it. Man, I'm for it though, man. You see it right here. Forget the catchweight shit, man. Let's do it for real. I want to take your belt and snatch it right off you. And then he tagged Core in it. Core said, you speaking my language. This could be a dope fight, man. Again, the question is gonna always remain: Can Ryan Garcia make 140? Is he just tweeting and talking, or is he willing to do it? Now, I will say, he fought Tank, and he was adamant about getting that fight. You know what I mean? He went against Oscar wanted to make that fight. So y'all know how I do it. I don't really push that scary talk. I think he would be willing to do it. Why not? You get me? You know what I'm saying? He's saying it. But he gonna put his foot in his mouth because we gonna want to see you do it. And that's what I'm saying. Some people gonna spin this and well, no, he can't make 140. He gonna be drained. Blah, 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 blah. Nah, that's not what he's saying. He's the one saying it. I'm gonna sit here and watch it. I want to see how this unfolds. Like I said before, the good thing about this is they both have a relationship with Turkey that appears to be positive, right? So you got less yellow and red tape to sift through to make fights like this. You know what I'm saying? Unless somebody try to stop it, whether it's Oscar. But at this point, I don't think so, right? Like, think about it. Ryan, this would be impressive. You got in the ring with Tank, got in the ring with Devin. You know what I'm saying? And now Shakur, that's that. You got to respect that. You know what I'm saying? I like this run. You said it. And furthermore, like, not only did he say, like, he'd snatch the belt up off you, like the hell with the catchweight stuff. You know, people always question, can he make the weight? They always question it, you know what I'm saying? And he had a response for that as well, you know what I'm saying? Where is it at, man? Where is it? Here we go. We talking 140-pound Ryan again. Sheesh, thought you couldn't make the weight. When I'm focused, I could do anything. That was his response to somebody saying something about Cat said 12 O's. Core 12 O's. I'm telling you, I just know that Ryan, especially early, he could be dangerous, bro. As long as he on his feet, he could be dangerous because he got legit speed and power. But I don't think he's unpredictable is the thing. I think he can be very predictable. Ryan can. And my guy has sent me something that Core said about Ryan. I'm gonna have to pull that up because it's relevant to the conversation. But yeah, you know, you're just somebody you can't just disregard, right? Don't sleep on him. Don't fall victim to that, thinking that you get me, that he can give you a fight. You get this dude is brave. He gonna try because he believe in his power and speed. And again, that's all he talk about, but I think that's where he gonna fall short. Again, he talked more about the physical side of it, and I'm not knocking it, but we all know what goes into boxing, man. It's a lot more than just having power or speed, man. But you let him tell it, man. He the strongest guy. He hit the hardest. Can't nobody take his power. He's gonna knock everybody out. Now, I will say this: that's definitely not somebody that you need to be allowing to crack you, because I think his punching power is legit. I do think his punching power legit. It's just, again, when you start fighting that upper echelon of talent, it get a little bit dicey. You know what I mean? With those knockouts, now we start to question: can you knock out elite level talent? Right? Can you knock out guys that are world class? Yeah, we seen you put down Barrios. He sprung right back up and finished the fight on his feet, even though he lost pretty much every single round. But he was taking your best shots, and he was right there. He didn't have the defensive capability of really getting away from you. He ain't had the legs, the feet. He don't fight that way. He only comes forward. So he was just at your mercy. It was just like easy pickings. But I think where you got to test Ryan is the same place you test a lot of these guys. You test them mentally, right? You test them mentally. You beat these guys mentally, right? You heard what Floyd was saying in that clip, man. Be the smartest guy. You ain't going to be the fastest, biggest, or the strongest, but you can always be the smartest. And I think whenever you go into a fight, you give yourself great odds, man. And I think that's what we'll see with this fight, bro. He's saying focus, he can make the weight. I don't see why you wouldn't want to see it, man. Start to think of what's guys better options. And look, starting to really feel like these dudes think because Core's smaller, like it gotta be because you would think he would be talking about fighting Devin, but he adamant about this Shakur smoke, and he went as far as saying, you willing to come down, like, bro, you saying something, bro. You want that fight, don't you? You want that fight. Remember, he was brave. He had this energy with Tank all them years ago, right? He was pushing for it. He really wanted it. Oscar was out here talking about, they asked Oscar, how do you beat him? Oscar said, man, with a bat. You know what I'm saying? You need a bat. He was joking, but he was dead serious. So he went out there and pushed for that fight against his promoter's wishes. Like he was adamant, put his foot down. Hey, nah, man, I won't fight this dude. So I believe he's brave enough to do it. But the 140 thing is the biggest surprise out of everything today. Like, you really willing to go down there? It's a weight class that you never truly made, right? He's fighting at catch weights and stuff. And that's another thing that I don't think people be taking heed to. You got to remember, man, tell me the fight where he officially made 140 pounds. Dude fought a bunch of, in-betweeners and all types of, different shit, man. So we got to see, man. I just want to see the fight if they're going to fight each other, right? Like I said, if Shakur and Teo was able to sell out MSG, and Teo hasn't been known to be the biggest of ticket sellers, Ryan got more of a following, sells more tickets than him. I think him and Barrios did some numbers. I think that's another fight that can do numbers, and I think that's where Core is at. It'll bring money, and it'll be a big fight in terms of attention and attraction, right? And I think that's something that he want to be a part of. He's been very clear, and that's the same thing for these other guys. These dudes want to make big fights. They want to be talked about. They want to be able to put their names out there. And like I said, this will be the first time Ryan has the value that he has as a world champion, even if he ain't defending that actual belt. As of today, he's a legit world champion. He beat Mario Barrios for his title. So it's like he makes a good fight for people. And I think it brings revenue, it makes money, then they're going to do it. And I think Turkey is on board. I think Turkey would be on board too. I would like to know where he stands on all of this, man, because I would assume that he would be the guy putting on the fight. I would assume early that he would be the guy, but shit, he probably don't even have to be the one to do it. But I wonder where his interest lies in terms of making this particular fight. Seeing as that both of these guys, have fought on ring cards. You get what I'm saying? It seemed like a 1-2-3 situation, man. Don't seem like a tough fight to make at all. Especially if both guys are serious about it, man. Go ahead and get the people something, man. Go ahead and see if King Rock shock the world. You know what I'm saying? See if he can shock the world. Upset the apple cart, because that's what it'd be. Used to be Shakur, it'd be a hell of an upset. Be a big time upset. It'd be crazy to see if he actually go out there and fight him at 140. Think about it. You got a title at 47. Challenge him at 140 for his belt. Imagine Ryan having two titles in two different divisions, man. Imagine that. Ryan just kick up. What if this is time, man? What if this the Ryan Garcia era, man? Huh? He got a taste for titles now. He hungry, man. He out here talking about going to weight classes and taking belts up off people, man. I think he got the bug, man. He might have the itch now that he might have the itch. And Corey talking about 140 me versus Ryan next. He's saying, yeah, I hope this fight do happen. Yeah, they entertained it enough. I don't even need to see no more back and forth. get Vada and on the line and get them boys a date in the venue, man. You know what I'm saying? Get them paid. Get them dudes paid, man. Let's see it. Ryan fast, right? You get what I'm saying? Like I said, anything can happen in a fight. He's not a dude that you want to allow to, you know, get shots off on you. So you got to go out there and beat his ass, man. You know what I'm saying? And forget the catch weight. King Rod said, look, I'm ready, man. He wants smoke. Barrios was just the start. He ain't stopping there. You know what I'm saying? He coming for more. Shout out to Joe, man. Damon was good with it, man. So we'll see, man. I just didn't expect to see this going in this direction in 2026, but shit, Corey he got T.O. out the way. He can get Ryan on the hook. If Ryan take this bait, bro, I'm telling you, it's gonna be bait because I don't think it's gonna be what he think it is, man. You get me? I don't think I think it's gonna be different for him. You think he just get in there and just throw a bunch of fast, hard punches in. I don't see it, man. He gonna have to work. Let's keep, bro. I gotta pull this video up from Henry Garcia in Mill City, man. Henry be trashing, man. Something got to give, man. If he ain't fighting Dev, go to 140 and fight Shakur. One of the guys, because I got faith that either one of them dudes could beat him. I think either way he takes a loss. Either way. Let me pull this joint up. Hit the like button, y'all. Make sure y'all hitting the like button on both sides. Double tap the screen. Boom, 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 boom. Give me a second. Let me pull this video up. You see what he had to say. He's doing a lot of chat. And I got to pull up this video from Regis and Greg Hackett, man. We're going to get to it, man. Y'all hit the like. We got 60 people.
Listen. They're always going to want a lot of crap, you know, just because they always want to have excuses, you know, as to why they don't want to fight him or, you know what, they got to do. No, we're not doing anybody's way. We're doing the Vada way. We did it. We did it properly. You know, there's no secret there. But, you know, you're not going to dictate what we have to do just to satisfy you. Screw you. I still don't trust them. And, you know, bless his soul, Victor Conte, you know, he's done. He's over with, right? And, you know, bless his soul, but I still don't trust him. And I never will. Because as far as I'm concerned, we got set up. And a lot of people know that as well.
A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people speculate that. The problem is you have no proof of it. What there are things that we can prove with that situation. One of them, man, you accepted a fine, you paid, right? That's accepting. You get what I'm saying? That's acceptance. Paid a fine. You had an opportunity to clear your name. You wasn't able to do it. All you was doing was showing no accountability. You took no accountability, and then you passed the buck everywhere. You blamed it on everybody, everything and everybody. You get what I'm saying? So I get it. You could keep crying, set up all you want, but I just don't think those dudes needed to set you up, right? I just don't think so. I'm not trying to hear that. And then those same people that you're saying set you up, then y'all just use Vada for the Barrios fight. And just use Vada. What happened there? Oh, so it wasn't no setup. What y'all gonna say? Because Victor Conte is no longer here. That's what he's saying. Like he rested his soul, but he's no more. Like the way he's saying it is crazy, but whatever. But it's like what happened? Why y'all ain't pop this time? So it's like I don't know. I ain't with the conspiracy stuff, man. I'm with shit that you can prove. And what we do know is you had traces of ostarine in your system and you paid a fine. They gave you ample opportunity to be able to clear your name and, you know, explain what was good with your supplements. You had a lot going on, but you wasn't able to do it. And all you did was troll and talk crazy. And to make matters worse, you was on record saying that they should be a league where they let you use steroids. Like, yeah, you just was... there's trolling and then there's just being a fool, and you just took it to a whole nother level. So you gave people every reason to suspect that you was dirty in that particular fight. Furthermore, you did yourself no favors because immediately after that, the next time we see you in the ring, it's against Rolly, and you looking like stir fry. You look like a totally different fighter. So you get what I'm saying? And then again, now you back people feeling like you looking like different, and it might be for a reason. I'm not gonna go there because again, if you took Vada and you passed their test, it is what it is. I don't got no proof that you was dirty this time around. You get what I'm saying? But I know the fight before this, you look terrible. You look terrible. And again, so Henry sit here and say they got excuses for not wanting to fight him, meaning the Haney's. But that's all y'all did was make excuses after y'all lost to Rolly. That's all y'all did. Well, that wasn't him in here. Oh, he couldn't train. His body was rejecting this and that. It's like, you always got something. You always got something. You tried that with Tank. You was sick. You was drained with Tank. But you on record smashing tacos and saying how dumb Tank is and he's easy to trick. So it's like you're not consistent with your excuses. 1 minute is you all good and your weight is on point, and then after you get beat, it's like, oh, well, I was drained and he drained me. Like, I don't want to hear it. So it is what it is. But at the end of the day, make these fights, bro. Stop making excuses. Y'all were the ones with the Osterine. I don't want to keep hearing this setup stuff. You have an opportunity to right the wrong and put it to bed and prove everybody wrong. Put the pressure on them and fight them. Who do y'all want to fight? Because we don't want to hear you sitting here keep talking about the same stuff over and over, bro. Are you going to fight him now? You a champion in his division. The time is now. It make all the sense in the world for you to want to fight him. You should be as much as motivated to fight him as he is to fight you. Because now y'all both got something that each other could want. You both could end up being a unified champion in possibly one of the biggest rematches in boxing. So again, play your cards right. But all this complaining and setup shit, we're not trying to hear that, man. You couldn't prove setup. You couldn't prove that nobody did you wrong, and you passed the buck to whoever it was convenient to pass it to at the time, right? It's this person, it's that person, it's Vada, it's Conte, it's that, it's the trainer. It's like, bro, it's you. Common deny is you. You get what I'm saying? So tighten up, Ryan. Make these fights. If you and Shakur fight next, let's see it.
So do you feel like especially Joe Goosen? I spoke to him. Interesting, huh?
How was that conversation after the fight?
Oh, it was amazing. He goes, Henry, he goes, we're Virgos. Because did you know his birthday is the same day as mine?
I did not know that.
September 7th. So we're both Virgos. We know each other. And he was so proud of me. He goes, you know what, Henry? He goes, I always knew you were pretty sharp.
Can't hear you, Coach. I think you got a phone call. Smash the like button. Double tap the screen if you guys are on mobile devices as well. We got the one and only Henry Garcia in the house in Vegas with us.
I get opportunities.
The fight was just this Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. So salute to Team Garcia. Salute to we back.
We're back. Okay, brother. So sorry about that. It was looping.
No problem. So tell me, do you feel like this the 365 testing, do you feel like that's going to be an ongoing thing and that's the reason why the fight won't happen?
I don't know what even that means. I never even heard of it, honestly. All I've heard.
If you're gonna hear about it, it'll be me because I work with Lupe.
Yeah. I honestly, we never heard about it. You know, all I heard was Vada and this other one, but I never heard of 365.
What's 365? Do you know?
We're looking into it, but again,
hi, Lupe.
It's
Lisa. Henry's on an interview, but the guys asked me about Devin Haney saying we were supposed to sign with some 365.
Go ahead. Sorry about that.
You heard of that?
So, now that we
don't know what he's talking about.
Nah, they said they didn't need him to do no 365 testing. They said they just needed them to be basically strict testing is what they were saying. Like they want you to be tested a little bit out before the fight and all the way leading up to the fight. And I get it. When I hear that, basically it sounds like they just want to make sure you ain't cycling on, off, or however you do it, right? They want to make sure everything is on the up and up. And like I said before, you can understand their paranoia or them being extra cautious this time around. Like this dude showed no regard to a guy that pop dirty. He just passed the buck and blamed everybody. It was never no accountability, which is always a problem in boxing. So I just never rock with that. And you have an opportunity to right that wrong. It's no need to keep complaining or, complaining about testing. Just go out there, take the test, and then go beat him. If you're that confident, come on. You said the man got PTSD. You said you'll beat him. He don't want that. You said it's going to be worse this time. You're going to retire him and all this stuff. Shouldn't matter, man. Go out there, get tested, and go make one of the biggest fights in your career. And if you really like that, then you'll get the win. You beat Devin, it'll be the biggest win in your career. Get what I'm saying? Instead of making excuses. That's why I be a little confused as to what fight actually going to happen next. Because, yeah, you hear the fighter saying one thing, but then you hear this guy, and I ain't saying he going to make the decisions, but he kind of flip-flopping. Like, what fight do you want to see your son in? Because you're going to be coaching. You in the corner, right? Who you want to see? Shit going to matter. Shit different, man. You want to fight Devin in weight class where you at? Do you really want to chance yourself at 140? Shout out to Will. What's good with it, bro?
Okay, I just heard from Lupe that he said he doesn't even know what they're talking about.
Okay.
So anyway, go ahead.
So,
school
do you feel like the fight will happen or not?
I want it to happen, of course. Absolutely. Yeah. I want it to happen the second fight. But there's other names that popped up too. And it's not Shakur, it's other names that popped up. And I'll let you know about them soon. Well, I mean, okay, one of them could be Pacquiao, believe it or not.
Did you need something from him?
I'm going to stop it right there. Look, don't take us down this rabbit hole again. Y'all did this once before. Y'all damn near got threatened to be sued. Pacquiao was about to sue y'all asses for playing with him before. You remember when he made up this whole fight? And remember, he said it was an exhibition at first, and he came out and said it's not an exhibition, it's a real fight. It's going to be on the records. And he was adding all types of details. And then, Team Pacquiao came out. You know what I mean? They were ready to sue his ass. Like, bro, we never agreed to fight. Like, he legit made that fight up. I will never forget that. That was at the time where he was supposed to fight a lot of different guys, and you could go down the list. It was like 5, 6 different fighters. It was a lot of fighters. He wasn't fighting none of them at the time. Ryan was looking crazy, and he was out here promoting a fight with Manny Pacquiao that was never coming. That's nasty work. Crush, my dog, was good with it, bro. So, look, I get it. Pacquiao is a legend. He got that name. If you can get him in the ring, then you do it. But look, do you know why this is BS? So why would Netflix post that Floyd and Pacquiao about to run it back in September? They posted on their official you get what I'm saying, their official page, their official account on Instagram. They set September 19th at the Spirit. This is what Netflix posted. So you're telling me Manny Pacquiao, and what did Manny Pacquiao just say in that clip that I played for y'all, right? Said Floyd wanted an exhibition. He wanted a real fight. He telling you it's going to be a fight. So how are y'all fighting Pacquiao? Do you see my problem with Henry? He just be like, he out of touch. Like, bro, how you don't know what's going on? How you don't know? I'm willing to bet money Ryan Garcia don't get in the ring with Pacquiao next. You think he'd take a fight with Ryan over Floyd? Get what I'm saying? Like, they're just simple stuff, bro. Your son is talking about Shakur fighting him at 40, dude. Are you even aware of that? Or are you just up there talking? That's why I be just thinking these dudes be out of touch. They just be up there. You turn the camera on, the microphone, and they just start talking, bro. They don't even make a lot of sense a lot of times. So I seriously doubt that you see Ryan and Pacquiao in the ring, especially if they already reported officially that Floyd and Pacquiao is running it back in September. I don't get this guy. But let's keep going. Let's see what else he had to say.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, remember, De La Hoya, he fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., Senior, remember? Well, we're thinking the same. Okay. Exactly. Passing the torch. So we're thinking the same thing with Pacquiao. Is that amazing or what?
Yeah, there was actually just talks of rumors of saying that Pacquiao will be coming back to fight Floyd Mayweather.
I don't know about that. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Floyd Mayweather should stay retired. But if he wants to go ahead and do that, that's fine. But I don't know. I don't see that interest.
You don't see it. It don't matter what you see. Netflix see an opportunity to make money. You get what I'm saying? They see an opportunity to make money. They don't give a damn what you talking about, man. That Ryan shit gonna go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? That damn, he gonna have to go find something else to do. So again, bro, that be the problem. I guess you can't really listen to Henry. He don't really know what's going on. He should know because it's out there. Everybody done talked about it. It's pretty much everywhere. I thought they was joking at first. I had to go to Netflix to really double check to make sure that fight was coming, and they got it for September 19th. So unless something changed between now and then, that's the fight. So I think you could count that out. Ryan ain't fighting no damn Pacquiao.
One name that really, when I was doing my research, popped up was a text, actually a tweet from Conor Benn saying that we will see you, Ryan Garcia, 2026, late 2026. Obviously, a new signing for Zuffa Boxing. Is that something that interests you guys as far as possibly fighting Conor Benn and being obviously in that platform, Paramount and Zuffa Boxing?
Yeah, well, Zuffa, I mean, I know he signed with Zuffa and all that, but I think that was a big mistake because they have their own organization. Okay, it's
their own organization.
Where he was, it would have been a lot easier. Now you have Dayton White involved, and that gets very complicated. We don't need that right now. We want things to go smooth.
Okay.
You hear me?
Yeah. I figured there would be some friction.
Tell him something.
Okay, George, we got a message for you. What's that?
So I talked to Lupe, and Lupe said, any questions about testing, he said, go ahead and call him. He'll answer them for you. Never heard of 365.
Okay, there it is. See?
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'll pass you the number later on.
I
If you have any
appreciate
questions.
it.
Okay, brother?
I definitely appreciate it, man.
So you can hear it from the source.
I mean, nobody care about that. I think they putting too much on the 365 testing BS. Look, at the end of the day, man, long as it's testing from both fighters accordingly, man, it shouldn't be an issue, right? I don't think I think putting any extra stipulations on it in terms of testing could potentially stagnate the fight or stop it from happening, right? Just do it as you would any other championship fight, right? Get tested accordingly, both guys. You get what I'm saying? Y'all sign up. Y'all go out there and fight. I mean, look, y'all did it like that the last time and he got caught. So if he doing something, he'll get caught again, in my opinion, bro. But I just think that if they gonna fight, then fight. But you just be kind of killing the fights with these little dumbass excuses, bro. Just go out there and fight the dude. Stop acting like y'all ain't never have nothing in your system. You did, bro. And then you made it worse when you came back. The next chance you got to fight, you look like a totally different fighter. And you look like a neutered dog, bro. Look like you got your damn nuts clipped in there with Rolly. Fighting all timid and shit. You get me? Got hit with a double left. One in which you said it was like a push down, but I couldn't tell because you wasn't willing to pull the trigger or take chances like we seen you in all your other fights. So I don't know. He just got a lot with him, man. If he lose a fight or he don't look a certain way, he definitely gonna come up with an excuse. You know what I mean? His dad just need to be a lot more consistent and pay attention to what's going on. Y'all not fighting no damn Manny Pacquiao. And I know in your heart you know that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why you threw that name out there for people. Nobody thinks that. I'd be shocked, bro, if Manny Pacquiao's fighting Ryan Garcia next. I doubt it.
There it is. So, what's your thoughts of, Conor Benn wanting that fight with Ryan Garcia?
You know what? That would have been perfect.
He said he would bet anybody any money that Barrios would knock out Ryan Garcia. That's what I heard.
And guess what? Guess what? We offered him 20 grand. We said, okay, 20 grand. We'll send you 20 grand if you want to bet it. And guess what? There's the truth. He didn't even respond.
Oh, no, that's nasty work.
That's nasty. Exactly.
That's nasty work. Yo, Conor Benn, we need some answers right now.
Hey, let him know he's a fake. Cause we gave him that offer,
20,
and he didn't respond.
20 bands.
20 bands, and he didn't respond.
Wow. What do you get out of that?
What does that tell you?
What do you get out of that?
Huh?
What do you get out of that?
Fear and the truth. That's what I get out of it. And I'm telling you, I wanted it. Trust me, we wanted it. And when he said that, we wanted even more, but we put him to the test. He said, okay, here's 20 bands. Let's do it. No response. And I'm glad you're putting it on air because that's the truth.
Speaking of no response, Rolly Romero, he goes out on an interview, I believe, on Fight Hype. He says, we had a rematch clause, and you don't see nobody calling me out.
Well, you know what? We want to, but so many names came up. But I would love that. Abs, you know me, I would love something like that. But there's bigger names too. There's names now. Now we got the say so.
Now we got.
But I would love that. We're thinking, Rolly. We're thinking, Shakur down the road if he comes up. We're thinking Haney, of course, and we're thinking Rolly. So it's like it's all there. Connor Ben. We're even thinking.
See, that'd be my problem with him. That'd be my problem with him. He don't be knowing what his son is saying. You saying Shakur if he come up, and I understand why, but remember, your son is actively saying F the catch weight. He want his belt at 140. You openly challenging him. Stand on that shit. Stop trying to don't start trying to play matchmaker. All right, y'all got a belt after 10 years. Just chill. Sit there with them weak ass shades, man, and let Ryan finish doing what Ryan do, bro. We don't need Henry trying to make fights, bro. Like, don't even confuse. You out here talking about Pacquiao like we ain't just see the Floyd and Manny. You get what I'm saying? An announcement, bro. Just knock it off. Just let Ryan do it. I like it better when Ryan do it. Let him tweet and say what he want. I mean, shit, he made the Tank fight without you. He been making fights without you. Just sit there. Keep coaching. Stick to that because you're going to have your hands full. You deal with Shakur. I tell you that. I don't give a damn what nobody said. He speed power my ass. That shit don't work. You ain't going to have no plan B. You're going to be out there on the island getting cooked. Shout out to T. Shout out to Two Sizzle, man, my guy. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. 60 people. Hit the like button, y'all, everywhere. Hit the like button, man. We're going to keep rolling. We got some more stuff to get to. Like I said, man, Regis chimed in on this potential fight between the two. Greg Hackett. Shout out to my dog, Jordan, man. Andre Ward just had Shakur on the show. He was talking about the matchup up there as well. We're going to build on it, man, because this is the fight that they're talking about. And until I hear something that makes it sound like it can't happen, we're going to build on it, man. It's something that I can't say I expected to see in 2026, but look, y'all know my motto, man. I just want to see good fights. I ain't here to complain. If you want to smoke, go out there and fight. You're a legit champ now. People should want to fight you, right? You have value now. You know what I mean? So everybody that think Ryan and Lick, go get in there and fight him. You know what I'm saying? He's still dangerous, right? He ain't going to be easy per se, but he has deficiencies, man. He has holes in his game that can be exploited, man. I think with the right person, we're going to see that. You get me? Shout out to my guys, man. Let's keep going.
Virgil Ortiz down the road.
Virgil Ortiz.
Bro said Virgil, so now y'all going up to 54 with it. That's why I said, man, you just throwing out a whole bunch of stuff that ain't happening now. Pacquiao ain't happening. You ain't fighting no damn Virgil Ortiz. Connor Ben did say something to y'all. You have something there. I mean, he says you keep the belt warm. So, you know what I mean? I don't see why that fight couldn't happen. It's a good fight. Ryan think he'd just blast him out, knock him out. I don't know. That'd be interesting, bro, because Connor Ben could take a good shot. And he's aggressive, man. He can make things very interesting stylistically with Ryan Garcia. Because y'all know how Ryan Garcia shell up when somebody pressuring him, right? You've seen it in the Duarte fight. He do that Victorville shell and turn his body on a weird-ass angle. Be interesting to see how he would deal with that come-forward pressure of Connor Ben if they would fight. So I think that's a good fight. Ryan got some options, bro. I told you that's all it took was for him to win the fight. And he was going to have options. Big B-Low, what it do, my guy? How you feeling? He got options, man. He just better play his cards right.
We're on the driver's seat right now. Really.
That's interesting. Yeah, literally, right? I was actually reading some stuff that Virgil Ortiz was talking about. Obviously him and Oscar, they're going through their little battle there. Virgil Ortiz feeling like he's the best fighter in Golden Boy's stable. I mean, What do you think? Do you feel like there's some jealousy there?
Yes, because let me tell you something, man. You know, we know in Virgil Ortiz, we know that, but when they're on hold, you know, and something going on and other things are coming around them, you're gonna get a lot of that. You're gonna get a lot of that stuff. And I feel sorry for Virgil Ortiz because he was up and coming, and he was doing a lot of things, but he just he got caught in the web. He got caught in the web, and that's bad. You do not want to be caught in the web, because you know what happened with Mikey Garcia and Bob Arum, top rank, right? I think he halted his career for about what 2 years, maybe three. He's in a bad situation.
Yeah, I remember that, but I don't know. I can't say that because look, Ryan had troubles with Oscar for how long? Y'all like up and down. They really like boyfriend and girlfriend the way they be. They like a couple, should I say, the way they fall out and get back cool again. So I don't think Virgil is in no crazy ass bad situation. I don't think he in a situation where he gonna get shelved. That wouldn't even be good business. You get what I'm saying? That wouldn't even be smart business to put him on the shelf, because then you mess around, you really lose him. So I don't think that's gonna happen. I get what Henry's saying, but I don't think it's that dire yet. That situation ain't that serious yet for Virgil. I just think he grown tired of the way Oscar was moving, and I think that lawsuit spoke volumes. But you just got to see what comes out of it. Maybe, I mean, shit. It seemed like once the lawsuit came about, now you hearing Oscar saying he looking to do whatever it is that Virgil want. So maybe that was just a wake up call for him, man. Time will tell, man. But putting Virgil or keeping Virgil on the sideline would just be dumb business.
He's got to be careful. He's got to be careful.
Yeah. And I see that, Oscar and Ryan, they had their little moment in the press conference. And I feel like a lot of people gravitated to that moment of them because they've had their back and forth back in the days. But it seems to me that you guys are happy and you guys have a few more fights with him.
Well, I mean, we got a couple more, but not as much as we did Saturday. It's we got more leadway at the.
What? This dude's just, man, I swear sometimes you could tell when people just be talking. They get that microphone. We got a couple, but not as much as last night. Like, bro, what? How many fights do you got left, bro? Just say it.
We two Hall of Famers will bring
all this other stuff, man. Dude be so stilly as hell. Let's get to this. Shout out to all the smoke fight, man. SOG always bringing the smoke.
Roy Jones Jr. is somewhere in the world.
ASAP.
I tell you that all the time. The man stays on the road, and he's not just stateside. Oftentimes, he's in another country. So I don't know where he is. I believe he's in the UK.
Right? Sunshine was
brother,
good, my guy.
You back. Looking forward to having you back. But we coming off of a big fight weekend this weekend. Ryan Garcia, Mario Barrios at the T-Mobile Center on Saturday. We had a bonus mega fight on Sunday, which is rare, between Claressa Shields and Franchon Cruz Dezern in Detroit. We're going to get into that.
Man,
but
Goat was out there fighting hard, bro.
Touch on my non-boxing take today. I want to give a big shout out to Oakland native. Yeah, that's right. Another Oakland native with a gold medal, Alyssa Liu, who has captured the heart of not just Americans, but the world with her story. She just won a gold medal in the Milan Winter Games last week in the individual women's figure skating competition. And she's the first gold medalist since 2002. But that's not really the big story. That's sort of the cherry on top. But this young lady started very, very young, like most phenoms and prodigies do. And her first Olympics was in 2022 in Beijing. She did not medal. Then she decides to retire from women's figure skating at 16 years of age because she wanted to live her life. She wanted to enjoy some different things. I've said this before about my own life, that when you are a prodigy and a phenom and your goal is to do major things like gold medals and world championship, you give up a childhood. But most people don't do what Alyssa Liu did, which is retire. They will stick it out. They'll just keep grinding and they'll keep their head down. She didn't do that. She stopped at 16 years old. She shocked the figure skating world, but then she comes back 2 years later in 2024 after she had a ski trip, got some of the old feels that she had figure skating and realized that maybe I can still do it and maybe I want to still do it. But this time she came with a renewed mindset and just a different focus. And she took the pressure off of herself of winning medals and just winning in general and just wanted to display her skill and just do it for the love of the sport. And I just thought that was powerful.
Shout out to
I didn't have the
SOG for
courage
shedding light on
or
her.
the words or the know-how to do that at any age on the way up. I just continued to fight and do what I was taught to do. But she comes back and then right off of the layoff, she wins the world championships in 2025. Then she comes and she just won a gold medal last week. Just a powerful, powerful story. She seemed very free to me as she skated. Most of the other skaters seemed very tight and very rigid because this is the biggest moment of your life. You have minutes to be perfect and to try to realize this dream that you've had since a kid. She didn't have that kind of pressure on her. I don't know how she was able to switch her mindset in that 2-year period, but whatever she's doing is working. I hope to have her on the show one day. I would love to sit down and talk to her about her journey and everything that I've since learned about her. So shout out again, Alyssa Liu. It's something about Oakland. It's something about the Bay Area. I don't know if it's something in the water. I don't know if it's something we eat. I don't know what
Shout out
it is.
to the Bay
We
Area,
got
man.
a lot of talent. We got a lot of grit, and we like winning gold medals in the Bay Area. Shout out to Alyssa Liu. I want to welcome my brother back to the show, to the Hall of Game, newly crowned 140-pound champion.
Shout out to SOG, man. Ain't no official word yet, but you know, with them going back and forth, the latest is Ryan saying he after catch weight, he willing, you know, he want the belt, talking about going to 40, but you hear his dad saying something else, you know what I mean, talking about down the line or when Shakur move up. Ultimately, it's gonna be up to Ryan. You know, Ryan has been known to go against the grain or, you know, do what he gonna do or push the envelope a bit. So let's see which direction he push. I mean, the cool thing about boxing right now is with a lot of these guys, they got options. If this fight don't happen with him and Corey, he definitely could pursue the rematch with Devin, or I don't know, fight a Conor Ben. It's people for him to fight for sure. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. I think it's early though. But both of these dudes definitely sound like they want to fight each other. But I want to know, like, you know, what the powers that be, who's looking to, you know what I mean, put this fight on, and would it be Turkey?
4-division world champion. I want to welcome Shakur Stevenson to the show. How many more divisions you trying to climb, bro?
I got one more division in me, I think. One more.
4-7?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, bro, I appreciate you getting on, man. I know how it is, man. Y'all, you know, y'all be up late playing the video games, bro. The early mornings be rough, brother. Have you had your coffee yet?
Nah, I ain't had no coffee yet.
You ain't had your coffee? You ain't had that gasoline yet?
I mean, I just woke up. Fresh out of bed.
I'm not gonna try to hold you, bro, too long. You did a great job, man, on DAZN's telecast, bro. This past Saturday at Ryan Garcia's fight, man. You ain't had no notes or nothing, bro. You was just freestyling up there, bro. How did it feel to do a whole show like that at the desk? It wasn't an official desk, but it was basically the desk.
I enjoyed it. I felt like I was giving good insight. I felt like at the end of the night, I was kind of like worn out, and I realized like it was harder than what I expected, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's what people don't understand about that commentating, man.
I'm telling you that, listen, I ain't calling myself no commentator, but that's basically what you're doing as a content creator when you talking for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. Like that shit really to wear you out, it drain you. Especially when you trying to entertain people or keep people's attention and you talking, right? That shit, yeah. Like I so many people that see other guys do it, they go try to do it and they text me or call me and talk about it, like how hard it is. Are you trying to do it? It's hard to talk for hours on end, man. And he ain't even have to do it as constant as what we have to do it, but he felt it. I'm telling you, man, it's a lot of shit'll wear you out doing all that talking. You know what I mean? Use a lot more brain power than you think, especially doing this.
And like mentally, you start to go, but you still got to be sharp. You can't make no mistakes. You can't mess up people's names. You can't, forget stuff. So the mental game for the broadcasting is crazy, bro. But I couldn't tell you was getting tired. Why did they have y'all at a desk? Why did they make y'all stand up the whole time?
I'm not sure, but you know what's crazy? What I really was thinking about? I'm like, I talk a lot of junk to you about having coffee like 2 to 3 times a day. But once my coffee worn off, I felt it. I'm like, man, I'm tired. Like,
Yes, sir.
for sure. So I
Yes,
kind
sir.
of
Look.
understood you in that moment. But
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't know why they had to send
I
that.
got the producers though. I had the producers like, look, when it get time, I'm like, run that. Cause it's it's a long night, bro. And you gotta be on point and be sharp, man. Tell me about Ryan's performance. I mean, he fought Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios is a champion. But that wasn't the first time that something like that happened to him, right? Where he didn't really fight back.
I'm telling you, you be up here, yo. Hey, y'all. One day, I got a little quick story, real quick. Hey, y'all. One day, I was up here, and man, I'm so mad I can't remember right now what fights I was calling. Man, I can't remember. I have never in my life been that tired while I was live, bro. I was in my mind, I was like begging for the fights to hurry up and be over. I was like, yo, I was falling asleep, everything. I'm catching myself. I was feeling like, how you fall asleep somewhere and you don't plan to, you wake up like almost, heartbeat racing. That kept happening to me. Them little mini naps, I doze off. Oh, pop up like, try to call the fights. I'm like, I could have swore somebody called on. Somebody said something, man. It's just sleep, man. I was tired, yo. I was tired. Yo. Yo, I was so tired, bro. I was like, yo, man, I felt like almost intoxicated. That's how tired I was. I was like, bro, this shit is crazy. Like, I need for these fights to be off. Like, I need it. I think when the card was over, I think I ended immediately. Like, I give a little more commentary. Hell nah. Not that day. Yeah, y'all. I was dead, man. I'm like, bro, that's why it's important. Now I'm getting better with it. Like, I've been doing it for a while. So when I know it's fights, like, I make sure a little power nap is good. Cause them 5, 6, 7 hours that stretch, you be like, bro. And then I'll be back here not eating. I'll be back here trying to snack, bro. I'm telling you, it's not that it's hard, but it take more than what you think. Like, just seeing somebody talk, you like, all you doing is talking. Come up here and talk with me for 4 hours. I guarantee you won't do it. You're going to get off. You're going to go, I got something else to do. I'm telling you, ain't no way. And there's times I end the live, y'all, somebody still called me to talk boxing. I'm like, damn, bro. I was tired as hell that day, man. I'm about to fall asleep. Live, bro. Y'all make sure y'all hitting the like button. If you're on the vertical side, double tap that screen. And big shout out to the Queen Lisa for the big donation, as always. Holding it down in the chat, in the cash app with the big $100 donation. Much love and appreciation to the Queen. She said, appreciate the grind. I appreciate all your support. As always, shout out to the Queen.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Bruh, man, I was up here. I was like, man, I'm feeling like I done sipped some alcohol. I'm so tired, bro. What's going on? And then, this is the kicker. When I ended the live, I wasn't even tired like that no more, bro. I was pissed off. I'm like, this is confusion. I was just dead tired that the live ended. Couldn't go right to say. I was like, man, this, I don't know what kind of games is this? Like, because I don't never be that tired watching no fights. But I don't know. For whatever reason, that card dragged and I was dragging with it. I was like, bro, I can't wait till it's over. Cecil was good with it. Ramon was good with it. But let's get back to it, y'all. Make sure we got 80 people in the building. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. And again, big shout out to the Queen Lisa. You are appreciated.
And he just accepted getting hit on like that. But what did you think about Ryan's performance?
I thought it was an amazing performance. I've been saying Ryan had skills. Like, I've been knew Ryan had skills for years. So he made me look bad during that early fight. That's how I felt. Like he made me look bad because I kept saying how skillful he was. So I thought it was a great performance. I thought Ryan did his thing. The only thing with Ryan, you just never know after he got caught with cheating whether it's him performing at a high level or is he confident to do the things that he want to do if he's cheating or not. So I just never know.
Yeah, he looked good physically coming into the fight, and I think that stuff aside, what you just mentioned, like from what I saw, that's the most complete I've seen him. Right, he seemed sure of himself. He's always been fast, but the punch placement, even that right hand he landed in the first round, that was a good shot. Right, he was protected from a counter. He threw the jab out there, and he blinded Barrios, and the shot he landed was good. And he just stayed like that the whole night, man. I thought it was a good fight, and that's one thing I respect about you too. Like, you don't lie about your opponents. Right? A lot of cats lie, and they lie either because they don't want to see that person looking that good because it make them feel better, or they just don't want to give them that credit. But you always giving the opponent.
Reef was good, dog. Tyler Butler, Canelo still was up at this fight. I'm telling you, I forget. It wasn't that fight. I forget what fight it was, man.
A potential opponent, the respect they deserve.
But yeah, real quick, that's one thing that I respect about Shakur, and I hope he can continue to move in that direction. Give your opponents their just due. Give them the respect. So when you go out there and beat them, you don't got a whole bunch of sound bites of you talking about how they was trash, how they was C, B, D level, and they ain't good. Like, nah, because if that's the case, why are you wanting to fight people that's not good? So I think it makes sense for all opponents, not just Shakur, anybody to take heed to that. Give your opponent the proper credit. I ain't saying you got to praise them and, you get what I'm saying, overanalyze, but I think giving credit where it's due is necessary. So then when you go out there and conquer that whoever that is and beat that guy, you can get, your proper respect for it. You get me? So when you fighting somebody that's good, say that. The thing I like about Corey, he always say the same thing pretty much. He's like, nah, Ryan, he's a hell of a fighter. Or he could fight. He got skills. But he'll say, but he ain't on my level. But he's skillful. Like he could fight. So I expect him to say that. But it's up to him if they fight to prove that Ryan is not on your level. You get what I'm saying? Somebody said he looked like he was 10 levels above Teo that night. So can you look like that against Ryan, right? It's a different athlete. He possesses a different set of skills, right? And go about it differently than Teo. And they both take chances, but Ryan really would take chances, and he's faster than Teo, in my opinion. And he got a real left hook and a good right hand, I always say. So you got to be ready for that dude, man. But you can't go into the fight with Ryan talking about he trash. I just don't suggest you to do that. Don't psych yourself out. And I've said this to fans. I've said this for years. You would never hear me saying he trash. He's never been that. You got to show me where is he that he trash. Do he got holes in his game? For sure. Right? Can he be beaten? For sure. We've seen him lose. Did he lose to Rolly? Did he get his rib punched halfway through his kidney by Tank? Absolutely. But he's still a top guy. Just any regular fighter ain't gonna beat him. And I'll say this: Rolly is even better than what people say. And why I don't call Rolly trash? Because he started late, and it's like they practice to do shit the wrong way. He's an overachiever for real. This dude is what, 2-time champion or something like that, Rolly? You know what I'm saying? Like, he an overachiever for real. He not trash. He's just a late bloomer that need work, a lot of work. But at the end of his career, he can hang him up today. He'd be an overachiever, man. So these dudes don't be trash. They be better than what a lot of guys give him credit for. I heard somebody saying that recently about Ryan. Oh, he trash. He not trash, bro. He got holes, but I always said it. His lack of commitment to the sport and discipline and stuff like that, not living a lifestyle, that's what's going to get him beat ultimately, and that's what gets him beat. You get what I'm saying? You've seen it in his fights.
But I still believe I could beat him.
Yeah, because you gotta go in there ready for what you're getting in the ring with. A lot of fighters kind of dilute their brains into believing guys is not that good. But
see,
I'm not one of them guys. I gotta see and know. And when I see it, I'm like, okay, he's good. I see it. Yeah. And it lets me know by the time I get in the ring what I gotta do, what I'm going up against. That was the same thing in my last fight. I kept saying how good he was, and I knew what he was, but
yeah, see, I want to keep stopping it, but I say that. How many of y'all heard me say that? The reason why I like the fact that he gives credit where it's due, because by acknowledging, the strengths of your opponent or the talent level or the skill level, you're able to then go into the gym and train for that. What did Shakur just say? He said the same shit. I've been saying this shit for years on this channel, yo. When fighters, when you say a guy is trash and you keep beating that in your head, I think subconsciously you start to believe that. And you know, instead of running 8 miles, you might run 7 or 6, right? You get what I'm saying? Instead of finishing strong, you might. So you get me, just little shit. And I believe you start to build complacency in your head by creating a narrative that you don't need. Nah, tell yourself that all these dudes is killers. That, yo, everybody I get in the ring with, I'm fighting the best person ever. Train like that. I'd rather you think like that than to sit here and drill into your head that your opponent is not good. And then you cutting corners because you done psych yourself out. I want you to think that this guy is a threat, that he can mess up everything you got going on. So then when you get into that damn gym, you go out there and put the proper work in. You get what I'm saying? I like the fact that he said that. I've been saying this shit for years, man. That's a smart mentality to have. And it goes to show you that your boy Just know what he be talking about a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of fighters kind of dilute their brains into believing God's is not that good, but I'm not one of them guys. I gotta see and know. And when I see it, I'm like, okay, he's good. I see it. Yeah. And it lets me know by the time I get in the ring what I gotta do, what I'm going up against. That was the same thing in my last fight. I kept saying how good he was, and I knew what he was, but I know that I'm better.
And naturally, he was asked about you, right, from Chris Mannix post-fight, and he said everything he said. He said he wanted that fight, and he has no problem with that fight. Do you believe him?
Yeah, I believe him because I don't even think he was asked about me. I think you probably right though, but I think he been.
I thought he was. I was trying to think about it. But
I think he been saying my name the whole week. Like he kept like, I want to fight Shakur. I want to fight Shakur. He wasn't saying nobody else's name like he was saying my name. So to me, I think he's serious. I think he do want to fight, but I just think that everything got to work well in the business. Everything got to make sense because before the fight, I heard them saying they'll fight me at 144, and then after the fight, I'm here at 147, and I'm not going up to 147 no time soon. 147 will like I just told you. I think that will be my last weight class that I'm in. I don't think that at 28 years old right now, I'm just going up to 147.
What was the conversation?
You see? And that's why I'm glad he said that, because it ain't no need to string along fights that you're not about to make. That's why I like what he said, whether people respect it or not. He was very clear. And you could look, different people feel differently. I've seen him in person multiple times, seen him right in front of me. He's not big to me. He's not a big guy. I'm not saying that just to say, I just don't think he's a big guy. I know people that have seen him in between camps, during camp, all that stuff. When you ain't got no fight lined up, coming up, he said the same thing. It's not a big dude. You get what I'm saying? He's just not a big dude. He's always said, 47 might be the last weight class. I thought the same thing, but I've said this before. You got to consider life after the one fight. Going up there right now, at most, it'll be Devin and Orion, right? That's up there, right? What you doing after that? Coming back down, right? So you got to make that move and be smart about it, because you just went up a weight class, right? Not saying you can't do it, but don't rush the process. Don't rush it. That's why I say don't over-entertain fights that you're not going to make. And I'm glad that he wasn't sitting here, oh, well, I'm going to 47 next. He said, he made it clear, look, 144, I'll fight y'all there. You get me? Dad was like, hey, I ain't with that. You get what I'm saying? Cool. I respect it. Ryan Garcia said they'd do it. His dad was with it. Then his dad walked it back. But Ryan doubled down and said, hell with that. Hell with the catch weight. I'll fight you at your weight class. So I just want to see how this unfold, how it materialize. I don't think Henry make the calls at all. I think he just giving his perspective on what he see and what he think and what he want. Can't fault him for that. But Ryan ultimately got the last say. And like Core said, he sounded like he want to fight. He's been very adamant. The fact that he ain't saying nobody else's name, he keep with the Shakur shit and then tweeting and tagging him makes me feel like he won it. This giving me similar vibes like when he fought Tank. Like he started pressing, and not that he had to press Tank, but he was very vocal and adamant about, hey, man, I want this fight. And he got it. So hopefully this is the same situation. If 40 is the destination, he don't have a problem with it. I'm not about to build the excuse in for him. He said when he's focused, he can make the weight. Shit, let's see it, bro. I just want to see fights. You get me? Core made it clear he ain't going to 47 now. That'll be his last destination. That'll be the last weight class he go to. And I could see it being that. I could see him fighting maybe a couple of fights there.
In the hallways after the fight, I saw you and Bud and Ryan talking. What was that conversation like?
It was cool. I was really playing little mental games with him. It was a lot being said, but all of it was mental games. You know, you see your future opponent or somebody that you fighting, and you size them up and see what they looking like, and that's all it really was. It wasn't nothing too major. Ryan a cool dude though. Like that's the thing. Every time I kind of been around Ryan, he always got like cool energy and cool vibes. So.
Well, you got a lot of motion right now, bro. So that's why your name is coming up a lot. I mean, it was a period in time where, you know, guys were using a performance or two against you to say, "Oh, nobody want to fight him, so I don't want to fight him either." I'm not hearing that right now. I'm hearing that Shakur Stevenson name come up a lot, and it's unprovoked. You're not saying nothing to these guys. I'm just hearing your name. You know, I'll give you one example. You know, I did the interview with Bill Haney. And Bill trying to convince me that you easy work for Devin, and I think that's a good fight for both of y'all. You know, I wasn't going for that, but I understand he's supposed to feel that way.
Yeah,
right?
For
sure. What did you take from those comments from Bill Haney when he was on the Art of War?
The comments that I took, I mean, it sounded good. Like, you know, he's not the one that's in the ring fighting, so he could say everything that he want to say on camera and make it look good to the fans. But at the end of the day, if we're talking about us fighting each other, it would be Devin getting in the ring. So you're going to walk me down. You're going to do all of these things. It sounds good, but once again, we in 8-ounce gloves and anybody can be hurt.
What do you take from the sparring session that Bill kept going back to? I never watched the whole thing. I seen clips. He said that Devin walked you down. I don't even know what year that was. Like, what do you take from that sparring session back then? I know it was a long time ago.
Man, it's weird because it's like I don't take nothing from it. What I take from it is like we sparred plenty of times. So like, which time are you talking about? We can't. It ain't like we didn't spar so many different times. Did you choose that sparring session specifically that you felt like you did good in?
Ward be laughing because this shit, yo, Andre Ward, he ain't no instigator. He just so smooth with it, yo. It's funny because he was saying it to Bill. He ain't seen the sparring, but he know without even seeing it that shit wasn't like what Bill was saying. He like, man, easy, like easier than Loma. He like, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, damn, I get it. But that's what I said. That's why I like Ward, because he a level-headed guy. Even though he don't see it that way, he's still able to identify and recognize the fact that Bill is supposed to feel that way and say that shit. Same, much like what Shakur is saying. He's supposed to say it, but I don't believe that damn shit.
That made you get confidence or something? Like, I just don't understand it. So, honestly, from what I took with the sparring and every session that I had with him, I always felt like I was the better fighter. I never felt like he was a better fighter than me or did anything better than me. The only thing that he ever had over me when we sparred was size. But him being the younger fighter, I was always ahead. Like I was always like the big brother that was ahead of him mentally.
What is the fight that you think in your gut, if you had to choose right now, is more realistic, or the fight you think may get done? A Ryan Garcia fight or a Devin Haney fight? Both of those fighters are heavier than you, so it's gonna have to be some concessions with the weight.
Honestly, I don't see neither happening at 147 pounds unless it's under the rehydration rules that I said. So, if not, I don't see that happening right now. Now, in the future, as I grow more and get more settled, maybe so. But as of right now, I don't see it happening at that weight class. Now, Ryan Garcia, he said 144. If he's willing to do that, I'm willing to make the fight happen. But Ryan sounds more realistic because he's being he's ready to move around.
Yeah, and look, I respect it. I just don't think now is the time for him to be at 47. I get it. Those fights are there and they're great fights to make, but you do have to be smart about it. You did just get the 140. It is a lot of smoke there, potentially. It's a lot of great fights there. Stick around for a minute. You know what I mean? They stripped you at 35. If you can't get a big or meaningful fight down there, stick around at 40 and make a big or meaningful fight right there. You know what I mean? Take your time, and when the time right, you know what I mean? You'll know when to pull the trigger on them fights. I do think those dudes would be at 47 for a little bit. How long? Who knows? But you can't, you know, if you know Corey ain't basing his career off no one fight anyway. So you got to do what makes the most sense for you to get to that light at the end of the tunnel when it's all said and done. So I mean, move accordingly. Would I want to see it now? Would I be against seeing it now? Nope. I'd love to see it if he'd do it. But like something tells me like the way, if it wasn't the fact that you just moved up, right? If it was somewhere where you was at for a while, then I can see it, right? But until you get some more fights at 40, I don't see you going up to 47 just yet. If these dudes don't do the claws, it's cool. I respect it. They outgrew the weight classes, so they say. They can't make 44, so they say. But like I said, this comes out, but more recently, like y'all seen from today, what Ryan said, and he's willing to go to 40. I just want to see if he's gonna stand on it when he get the chance, man. Just make the fight. It's right there to be made. Sound like y'all both want to fight each other.
That's crazy. I didn't realize that was Ryan's first world title. I'm looking how he celebrate, and I'm thinking like, this look like this is his first world title. Now look, I was like, that is his first world title. He's been a professional for I think 10 years.
Yeah, for sure.
That's crazy.
I think he really I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I can't tell you. I know it just didn't work on several occasions. So
I'm gonna ask the last question on Dev, and I'm gonna move on. You know, and I asked a question to Bill. Like, I know how this game go, right? Like, I know even when it's not up, if you around my weight class, it's pretty much up until we retire. But it seemed like to me that the Dev Shakur conversation kind of died down, and y'all still close in weight, but y'all are in different weight classes, and it looked like y'all were taking care of y'all own business individually. So I didn't really think that y'all was actively eyeing each other. Bill made it clear that it's up.
Everybody in the building, yo, make sure y'all double tap the screen on the vertical side. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Let's get the likes up. We got over 100 people in the building. Let's keep
whatever
working.
list he got, Bill said you on the list. But I'm asking you, are you thinking like that? I know you ready, but are you actively thinking about a Devin Haney, or is it like, he ain't even really like top of my list?
Nah, I'm actively thinking about all of these guys. Like, if I'm being realistic, I know, because we could sit here and talk like all of this social media stuff, cool, but sometimes, like, well, not sometimes, it's going to be a time where my manager going to call me and say, yo, such and such, or such and such. And who is going to be or what is going to be, that's going to be determined. But Devin Haney could be one of them names. And if he's one of them names and the business makes sense and the fight get done, I'm all ready for it. I can't wait. I love to show people that I'm better than all of these fighters. So he's one of the top names in the sport. I wish him continued success, but I would love to share the ring with him, and if it makes sense, let's do it.
Yeah, so it's up.
Man, yeah, real quick, I'll speak on this, man. I love the maturity that I'm hearing from this dude, and it's been consistent. I like it. I hope he just continue to build in that direction that he's going. Look, I'm thinking about all these dudes. I like the answer. I do. I like it too, Dank. But he ain't overly selling it, right? He keep on making sure he tell you, man, if this shit makes sense, then I'm with it. And that's what it's all about. And people act like, oh, well, you're protecting you. Oh, you're scared to lose. That's not it. It's about making smart moves, doing smart business, pulling the trigger at the right time. Timing is so important in sports, especially one such as boxing, man. Timing can be delicate, you know what I mean? So you just want to be smart with everything you do, especially that you spend so much time building up into the point where y'all at. Respectfully, you gonna make sure every move you make is with your T's crossed and your I's dotted, right? You're not about to play no games. You gonna make this shit all make sense. You're going to make sure the business makes sense for yourself and everything. And the higher you keep elevating, right, you got to make sure all the business is in order. It got to make sense on both sides. Both fighters got to be treated accordingly, fairly. And then guys will make fights. It's just that simple, bro. But fans just be thinking guys are supposed to not negotiate what they feel like they worth or not try to get treated accordingly just to give you a fight. Nah, man, let them negotiate, hash out their business, let them get their money together. Because that's really the money rules. Let them get their paper together, get them a venue, let the network sign off on it, give us a good fight, man. And we see who the best is. So this fight is something that I'm truly interested in. Like I said, I like the maturity that he's showing and that he been displaying. Look, I want to fight guys, but I ain't got to oversell it. Yeah, Ryan got talent. Look, I'll fight him here. He's saying he'll do this. I'm with that. If not, then I'm not going to 47 right now. So just kill it. It's nothing to say. It's nothing to overanalyze. He's very direct with what he's saying. And if y'all not willing to do that, then cool. He gonna go find another fight for himself. It's that simple. That simple. Just move. Keep moving. Keep moving.
It's up.
Next
but it's
man
up
up.
in a good way. Like I like where the young life is, man, right now, where it's like we don't have to hate each other, But if you want to do some business, we could do some business, you know, and we're going to put on a great fight, and then we're going to go back to taking care of our family.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, people act like we gotta like act like clowns and like all of that kind of stuff.
Or like you gotta hate each other or
feel me?
something.
Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm not like me personally. I'm not into that. I just seen that I could put so many fans in the arena without even having to act like a clown or talk clownish or do the clown activity. So if I could do that on my side of town, it's like I understand my value and it ain't just acting like a clown on the internet.
Man, take me.
Man, that's some real right there, man. Well said, Shakur. Well said. I seen him tweet something like that. Put all them asses in the seats, and you ain't have to be a clown to do it. Facts, you don't. You don't gotta have this fake hatred for somebody that you about to fight. Show me how much you don't like him when y'all fighting. I don't want to hear about it. I want to see about it. You get me? Like, so I like it. It wasn't a whole bunch of overselling. I think he was cool. I think the press conference was solid until Tio took it left with the weirdo stuff. And I think he paid for that with the outclassing, you know, and he was demoralized at the end of that fight. I think mission well done. Shakur did exactly what he needed to do to him, beat him mentally and broke his confidence as well. And like I say, had him demoralized at the end of the fight. But other than that, I've been liking the maturity. Keep on growing, man. I hear the growth. I see it and I hear it. You shining, you keep elevating. Keep polishing your craft, man. There's more big fights for him to make, and it might be something with him and Ryan. You know, I'm just not against it. And I said this earlier, just for anybody that didn't hear it. Fighting Ryan right now would be better off than at any other point in his career because he did seemingly be in some really good shape. This is a really good performance, and it was a really the most significant point in his career. Obviously, fighting for a title, so he was able to secure that. Anybody that fights Ryan, I think, especially if you got a name, it's going to be a big fight. And you know, boxing is about business and dollars. That makes sense. So if this is a fight that's going to make some dollars, if nobody is trying to pull the other guy in a different direction, all powers, you know, Turkey Al-Sheikh, obviously, I think that's the guy that is going to be involved. Look, I don't see why we can't get this fight. I just want to see, hey, man, if y'all going to fight. You get me? You see Teal allude to throwing the fight. Yeah, we're gonna get to that. You see the title ASAP. I'm gonna get to him in a second. I'm gonna get to Teal ass. I'm gonna cook him for a second.
Claressa's fight this past Sunday, man. She did her thing, man. She put on 17,000 plus at the Little Caesar Arena. She
17,000 plus on a Sunday. Shout out to the group, man.
Better things, man. Three-time undisputed. She fought Franchon, Cruz, DAZN again. Tell me about that night, just what you saw from her and how you feeling about where Claressa is right now.
I thought it was amazing. I thought it was an amazing performance. I thought Claressa went in there and did her thing. I felt like she was at the highest level of boxing. She was letting her hands go. She was defensively sound at times. She had some time relapse getting hit, but everybody does at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. I thought that was an amazing performance. If anything, if I want to nitpick or something, I would say get to the body more when she got a wounded fighter. But I got to take my own advice too. So
I'm about to say that. You take your own advice, bro. You talking about? I swear, I was just about to say that. I'm about to pause it and say it, bro. Look, you talking about going to the body more, bro. You too. Talk about going to the body more. We seen you leave some meat on the bone with TL. You could have went to that body more for sure. That fight, Artem. You got a couple fights, Corey, but he right. He caught it fast. He knew, because I swear I was about to say it, bro. That's what it is with them. They be so good. You do have to nitpick because they can get better. They're not perfect. And, you know, you've seen it. Like when he got to go get you, you've seen inconsistencies in that approach because I don't think stylistically that's something that he's as accustomed to doing, as opposed to getting away from guys and allowing them to come to him. You get what I'm saying? That's just me being a fair critic of his. That's my guy. But coming forward, not saying he can't do it. He obviously can do it. But that's still an area where he needs work. Finishing guys, still an area where he needs work because his natural temperament is defense first. And I think, you know, it's hard to go outside of that. So I think it's an area where he got to continue to just work if he want to be better in that specific area coming forward. Making sure you closing the gap the right way, cutting off the ring, going to the body. You get what I'm saying? And when you got a wounded guy, finishing the guy too. So I'm glad he spoke about this. I'm glad he said what he just said there. Take your own advice, G. You know what I mean? Out here talking about the group. But nah, man, to bring 17K plus on a Sunday after a title fight with Ryan and Barrios was dope as hell, man. Clarissa really is it. And it's just good to see boxing shining. And that's why I say real quick, and we're going to get back to this and keep it cooking. People keep talking about boxing is dead right now. Boxing is dying. Y'all sound stupid. This is the worst time to try to make that argument. You seeing sellout arenas. You seeing guys that people say couldn't sell tickets. We know T.O. not a big ticket seller. Core, different story, but we heard the narrative. You put them two together, that shit worked out. Yeah, they had sellout numbers. You get what I'm saying? You see Ryan and Barrios, it looked like it was a zoo out there. It looked packed. You get what I'm saying? Same thing with Clarissa, back to back, packed. Hey, boxing ain't going nowhere. Conor Ben, Chris Eubank fought over there back to back. What it was over 50K in the bit? That's ridiculous, bro. Boxing ain't dying nowhere. People just ain't watching it the right way because they don't like it. So it's easy to see an event or just type that shit, but really do your homework. Boxing is winning, and I'm telling you, what we're getting as far as these turnouts and these events is because they're giving us shit that we can get behind. They're giving us stuff that's worth our money, and as a result, people are willing to pay for it. Simple. We got way too much talent in boxing to have bad cards or, you get what I'm saying, top heavy events. Nah, man, we got this. Give us the main event, a co-main, several undercard fights. Do that shit the right way. Get back to making complete boxing cards and not just a good fight at the main event. We don't need that. And that's what we got January 31st. That's what you got with Ryan and Barrios. You know, Clarissa just had a good card, and that's on a Sunday, and she pulled them kind of numbers, man. That shit is really dope to see, man. Shit is really dope to see.
She had some time relapse getting hit, but everybody does at the end of the day. I thought that was an amazing performance.
Hold on. That's too fast. My bad.
They ain't just acting like a clown on the internet.
Man, take me real quick to Clarissa's fight this past Sunday, man. She did her thing, man. She put on 17,000 plus at the Little Caesar Arena. She just keeps getting bigger in terms of her name, and she keeps doing better things, man. Three-time undisputed. She fought Franchon Cruz, DAZN again. Tell me about that night, just what you saw from her and how you feeling about where Clarissa is right now.
I thought it was amazing. I thought it was an amazing performance. I thought Clarissa went in there and did her thing. I felt like she was at the highest level of boxing. She was letting her hands go. She was defensively sound at times. She had some time relapse getting hit, but everybody does at the end of the day. I thought that was an amazing performance. If anything, if I want to nitpick or something, I would say get to the body more when she got a wounded fighter. But I got to take my own advice too. So, Clarissa, the truth though, I've been telling people don't understand. I think that's the greatest female fighter to ever do it, with no question.
And she taking care of the business too.
She's special, man.
She getting paid. She not just a good fighter. She getting paid, man. And I always love when fighters get paid. Couple more for me, man. I know you've been in a long camp, bro. And for people that don't know, man, like it's rough. Like not just the physical, but every day, how you feel?
Yeah.
Tired?
Yeah.
How you feel? You good? Every day it's you thinking about the fight, the fighter, plus you putting out the physical stuff. It drains you, right? Then you go do your thing, fight night, and after the fight, though, everybody spend their time in between fights different ways. How do you like to spend your time right after a fight when you've been in training camp for so many months?
How do I like to spend my time?
How do you spend your off time? Yeah.
I like to spend my time with my family. Like I like to spend my time with my daughter, my future wife, and my mother, my brothers. Like, I enjoy family time. That's what makes me happy the most. But other than that, I'm too competitive, so I gotta compete at something. Like I gotta play a game. I gotta play pickleball. I gotta play basketball. I gotta do something that keeps my competitive drive going. So that's really what I do on a daily basis. But I'm not like all these other fighters. Like I'm not just trying to go out and party. Like you may see me at the club every now and then, but you ain't gonna see me there every week. You ain't gonna see me there. Man, I be so locked in. I be watching tapes all day. Like I enjoy watching boxing still. Like even after the fight, I'm still watching. I went back and watched Ryan Garcia fight yesterday. I went back and watched Gary Russell fight yesterday. Like that's the type of stuff that I do on my own time. So, yeah.
Man, your last fight, bro. This is the last one with Teofimo. What is your takeaway on your performance, good, bad, whatever your improvements you need to make. What's your takeaway being a month out from that fight?
I thought that was a tremendous fight. You know, a lot of people nitpick and say, I only used one hand. But I really didn't. Like, if you really pay attention to the fight, I threw my left hand. Teofimo just defended my left hand better than he defended my right hand. So
Doing homework.
It's some things that I see that I want to work on, that I want to go in the gym and fix. But I can't really say on camera because I will be giving out some of the game, but I ain't giving that out no more. But now I thought it was an amazing night. I thought that I established myself in the sport. I thought that I established myself at 140 pounds, and who knows what I'm gonna do next. But from 135 to 140, I'm gonna be one of the best fighters in the sport, regardless of who I'm in front of.
So you ain't got no problem with anybody at 35 to 40. If the business right, it can go.
Yes, guaranteed.
Brother, we got to end on this note, man. You sold out MSG, my boy. Like, you ain't just sell out an arena. You sold out a historic arena.
Yes.
Madison Square Garden. You know what I mean? Greyston came through that arena, man, and did their thing, bro. Well, you one of them, bro. We appreciate you, man. Sorry we had to get you out of bed, man, but we appreciate you, bro. Hey, man, you next in line with this commentating thing, podcasting thing, whatever you want to do, bro. You got a great mind, a great boxing mind, but you tell the truth, but you don't do it in a disrespectful way, bro. And I think people love that, man. So keep getting that ready, because when you hang them gloves up, that's gonna be the thing that is cool for you to still be around the sport without taking no more punches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get to stay close enough where you can feel it, but I'm not in it, you know, when I'm retired longer than I should. So, bro, keep doing your thing, man. It's love, baby. I'll talk to you next time.
All right, don't worry. I'm gonna be asking you questions too. So
all good. You know I'm here.
All right, I got you.
All right, bro, for sure.
All right. Shout out to Ward, man. SOG. He still had more of the show, but I just wanted to play that portion of it because we was talking about the fight between him and Ryan. And look, like I said, it's a good fight. I think it could be made. The business is right for both guys. You can make it. It's a good one. But if not, it ain't the end of the world. Ryan can go on to do things at 47. He has options. He got a title. He got a name. He got a following. He can sell some tickets. People gonna want to fight him. He got a piece of hardware now. Now people should really want to fight him. So, like he said, but from 135 to 140, look, the business is right. He's willing to fight all those guys. You heard him saying he's watching Gary Russell fight again recently. And Jordan, you already know he'd be doing that scouting. Core versus Foster. Cole Parker, look, I ain't mad at it. I just wish Foster would have stayed at 35. It would make it easier to talk about the fight. But going back down to 30, now you got to rely on, right? Like, it seemed like it killed the luster that it would have had. It would have been easier to do with you sitting in the weight class right there for him, man. And you just never know if him and Ryan actually come to fruition or not. And if you Shakur, you need names, quality names. You need good guys. I mean, look, it's a fair amount of people that feel like Foster can give him the work and or beat him. I'm not against seeing none of these fights, but again, with him being at 130, looking to potentially unify down there, I don't think his plans are at 35 and 40, respectfully. And I think going back down there instead of electing to keep the belt, the interim title belt at 35, it kind of told me, maybe your preference, maybe what you rather do. Not saying you were supposed to sit there and wait, but it made more sense for you to try to compete at 135 pounds versus going back to 130 and then being like, oh, he ducking me. Because there's zero logic in that. There's absolute zero logic in that. And that's what people have been pushing. You ducking the guy that from right now where they're sitting at, one guy's at 30, one guy's at 40, 2 weight classes apart. And it's like, you get me, but people like, Shakur is ducking him. That's why he moved up. And then it's silly. So I would like to see the fight. I would support it. I like Shaq as a fighter. I rock with him. He's adamant about wanting it. He's had success, in sparring, right? He's told the stories. He want to prove and show people that Shakur is not as good as what people say he is. And I'm not against seeing that. If that's what he want to prove, look, let's see it, But like I said, I think him being at 30 complicates things, right? Because it's more hurdles and barriers to get through. Now you got to worry about, you get what I'm saying, where you fit in at 35. So I don't know, you know what I mean? But I think if you core, you keep all options available. You know what I'm saying? If you can't make the Ryan fight, you look to make a fight maybe at 40 or one of them other guys. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know where. I truthfully don't know who he gonna fight next. So I'm gonna just sit back and enjoy it. So as they talk about it, as they put out these ideas, we'll talk about them. The latest one was him and Ryan saying after catch weight, he'll go to 140. Let's see. Simple. But we're gonna keep rolling. I got 2 more clips. I'm gonna play one from Regis and one from Greg GHB, and then we're gonna get to Teo, man. We're gonna get to Teo talking about the fight was designed that way, whatever he said, bro. And y'all know Teo announced his move to 47 as well. So we're gonna get to that though. We're gonna get to it. Hold on, my God, just send me real quick. Damn, Ryan. Okay. All right, he doubling down. Okay, good. That's cool. He doubling down, is he? Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, okay, King Rye. Okay. Yeah, and I think if he goes here, so look, this is the most recent update. Shout out to my homie Jordan for sending this to me. We're gonna get this right on up, man. Right on time, because I was about to read this joint, but I got you. Let me get this. Apple Pie Rye, man. Apple Pie Rye said he with it. He want to fight. Okay, I like this talk, bro. I just hope we can see the fight. His dad, I think he need to get his dad on the same accord too. That'd be nice. So his dad can stop getting up on the internet saying like he don't want to fight. I mean, or like he trying to do something else besides Let me see. They violated my boy Hitch. My bad, y'all. Give me a second. Let me pull this up. They violated my boy Hitch, man. They put Hitchens in the dress. Did y'all see that picture I put in my community post, bro? I said, man, they disrespecting my boy Hitchens, man. All right, let me get this up, y'all. King Rye. I like it, man. I like it. I like how he talking, man. That's it. Gotta respect it. He being brave as long as he stand on it. I don't see why it can't happen. I hope if court response, should send it right on to me, because it's just something I could get behind this. I like this kind of talk. King Rye said, man, look, this is to all y'all worried about him making 140. He said, to those that are worried about me at the 140-pound weight, so I will tell you this. It was my plan to be able to also win at 140. As long as there are no rehydration calls, things will be going forward. Testing always included. I never shy away from that. He said, for Shakur to assume I'm on steroids, that is defamation. So I would advise you to refrain yourself. I know you are deep down scared. You should have fear. I'm coming for you. Shut up, man, about that defamation shit. You know, if they feel like you look like you're on the sensu beans, you look like you're on them. But now we don't want to hear none of that. I like what you were saying at first. Don't get sensitive. I forgot this is Queen Ryan, man. He be acting sensitive. Don't get sensitive. All the shit you talk, nah. You literally suggested that it be a league where you could use steroids. Shut your ass up and get in the ring. Go to 140 and get that work in. I like it. Keep standing on business. This is what you want to do. I'm here for it, bro. Let me pull up the next video. I gotta get this video up from Regis, man. Regis talked about this breakdown. I think he said he sparred Shakur and gave a breakdown. And so did my guy GHB. Let me get to this, man. Let's get to this, y'all. Let's get to it, man. Make weight versus Hank. Now you're gonna make it for a potential harder fight. And Shakur, and we gonna let him Dank. We gotta will it. He can make the weight, Dank. That's what he said. As long as I'm focused, I can do anything. Okay. We love it. You know what I'm saying, Dank? We love it. Go on ahead then with your bad self. You get me saying? King Rye. Go on ahead, King.
All right, Hans Timmerstow here, my guy, Regis Progray. How you feeling today, man?
Regis, y'all. By the
I'm
way,
all
shout
good,
out to
brother. Just leaving the
YSM.
gym and shit, just chilling.
Before we talk about all the events that happened this past weekend, would you be keeping an eye on the Barboza versus
Kenny?
Kenneth Sims fight? I mean, I know they are fighting at 147, but they were just at 140. Like, are you keeping a little bit of an eye on that, or not really?
I mean, if Barboza win, obviously, because I was so me and Kenny, we friends, we gym mates, we stable mates, we be in the gym together and stuff like that. So obviously, I won't fight no Kenny or whatever. But Barboza, yeah, I was so really, bro. I was supposed to fight Barboza. That was supposed to be my fight, but I never got the contract. Literally, I never got the contract. Nobody told me nothing. And then I heard that Kenny was fighting him. I was like, damn, So I mean, I'll definitely keep an eye on it for and see what's going on with that. If, like I said, if Barboza wins, but I don't think Barboza's gonna win. I think Kenny gonna win that fight.
Gotcha. I know I also seen, I believe it was on your Twitter, that you was just like if Frank Martin was to win that fight against Albright, you would be down to fight him, but he ended up being a draw.
That's crazy. I didn't even see. I didn't even watch the fight. I was watching that first. Yeah, at first I was yeah. Yeah, at first I was watching in the car. I was on the way to the arena, and then shit, I didn't even know he had a damn. I thought he won the fight really, but then he lost. He had a draw. So now I mean he from what I saw he didn't really look that good, and my thing is, bro. I think I kind of want to go up. I don't think I want to make 140. I had a dream about losing weight, making the weight to 140. I was like, nah, it was a bad dream. So I was like, I don't think I won't do that no more. I think most likely, bro, like I'm not gonna say I promise right now, but most likely I'm gonna try to I think I'm gonna go up to, maybe like a catch weight and then go to 47. Maybe like 44, 45, and then eventually go to 147.
What's the so like what would you say the percentage is that you are, or what do you say the likelihood that you're done with 140? Would you say it's like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10? Obviously if you was to get like a title fight at 140, then yeah.
If I get a big tie, it for me, bro, it's all about, the belts and the money and stuff like that. So if I get a big opportunity at 140, it's like, maybe something that you have to do, but I just don't feel like I don't want to make 140 no more, bro. It's like, I did it. I've been a champion twice already. Especially for me, definitely one fight I would definitely not take is the IBF. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta do double weigh in. That's something I definitely want to do. But yeah, I just feel like 140 is kind of past. I wanna.
Regis like, hell nah, man. Can't make no 140 no more, bro. And don't ask me neither. But telling you what, never know when opportunities come, these dudes make sacrifice. But I want to see the dude with healthy, man. I think 140 is that ship sailed, man. Go ahead and campaign at 47 as long as you can, bro. You know what I mean? Be healthy, man. Don't kill yourself to make no weight.
I want to go up. I've been lifting weights and stuff like that lately, and I've been a little bigger, so I think I probably would want to go up.
Gotcha. And do you also look at the guys at 147 and you're just like, you no disrespect to them, of course, they're all good fighters, but outside of a guy like Devin and Ryan, who are really well known, a guy like Lewis Crocker is not really well known. Rolly is
He
really
ain't shit.
Rolly's well known also.
Rolly's known, but Rolly don't have that much skill. So I definitely would like a Rolly fight if I can, secure that. But everybody, bro,
I'm telling you, bro, I get it. Rolly is limited from a skill standpoint, maybe even experience and stuff like that. I get it, IQ. But bro, what he do got makes him a bit of a wild card and dangerous, right? He can present some tense or wild moments for anybody because of the thought if he's able to land one of them. Yeah. You know how he sound when he throw them punches, man. He hit you with one of them shits. You could be on the canvas, bro. So I know they always go after him about his skill, but I guarantee you, him and Regis fought. Whatever happened, we not gonna walk away from that fight feeling like Broly was at a crazy skill deficit. I guarantee you, y'all don't feel that way. I guarantee you don't. Think about it. Little ass Jojo Diaz was hurting Regis. Little Jojo, that's not even a known puncher, not no KO guy, none of that. Jojo. Now imagine if Rolly land one of them joints. Telling you, bro, one of them wild hooks, the hard hooks that he be throwing on them straights, man. You get hurt, Regis. I guarantee you that'd be an interesting fight. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I wouldn't mind seeing it.
All in the business of one thing. Everybody in the business of making the most money. So everybody trying to do the same thing. So I'm looking to get a fight with Rolly or somebody like that, Ryan or Devin, and he might be looking to fight Pacquiao or something like that. So I'm definitely open to that, one of those fights, but yeah, I don't think that, we'll see what happens. I don't want to be negative on myself, but we'll see what happens. But for me, bro, like one thing I do understand about the boxing, bro, like when you stay in a gym, things open up for you. Things it just naturally just happen. Things just naturally fall into line, fall into place. And so for me, I stay in the gym. I'm gonna stay in the gym, stay ready. I'm in Vegas, and shit. If something they give me a call, then if they give me a good call, I'll be ready for it.
Gotcha. Looking forward to putting that out there. Wanted to get your thoughts on. I mean, I don't think you were surprised that
Shout out to the Rougarou.
that Ryan Garcia won. You've never been high on Barrios. Like, never ever been high on Barrios.
Never.
So when you look at Ryan now, do you think he's the guy at 147 now?
Damn, it pains me to say this, but he might be. It pains me to say Ryan because I thought, for me, I did always look at Ryan as YouTuber, but man, Ryan has gotten better, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm telling you, yo, somebody gotta show me where Ryan Garcia was ever trash. Don't just throw it out there and say it. Like, explain it. You get me? Like limitations, holes, right? Got some weaknesses, whatever you want to say, but he's never been trash. Regis have a tough time if he fought Ryan, bro. I'm telling you I got Ryan. I don't know why they be thinking these fighters are just like trash to the point where, like, man, that shit just. I never looked at Ryan as a trash fighter. Maybe his, like I said, like his dedication is trash, right? The fact that he don't live the lifestyle, maybe that's trash, right? His work ethic, trash, right? But him, the skill set, the talent, nah, he definitely always been talented with some skills.
I don't know, man. Why? And let me know. Why do people like yourself and other people say like he's a YouTuber, he's a streamer, when he was like a great amateur, and then he started going into like the streamer thing and just became really popular and stuff, but he was like a bona fide fighter. Why do people just keep calling him like a YouTuber / streamer though?
Maybe we hate. That's all. Maybe
maybe we hate.
Maybe we hating on Ryan. But look, maybe we is hating on Ryan. But at the same time, bro, Ryan, look, bro, he looked good, bro. He did his thing. I'm not gonna lie, bro. He did his thing. He was fast. His jab was fast. We always looking for the hook, but he dropped Barrios with a right hand. You know what I'm saying? So he looked good. I'm not gonna lie, bro. He looked good. At first, I wasn't never too high on Ryan because yeah, he was a stream, but I guess he just. Maybe we hating and stuff like that because he took it to another level. He did. He's a streamer / a real professional boxer. Now he's a world champion. So, man, for me, look, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I take my hat to Ryan, bro. He did his thing. He looked good against Barrios. I never been that high on Barrios, but Barrios does have he has a good resume, and Ryan looked good against him.
Yeah, see, it don't hurt at all to give people they just do, man. Ryan. He did a solid thing. He had a good fight. And the question is, from here, can he build on that? Can he make other big fights, right? Can he be in a unification type situation? Could he possibly go to 40 challenge Shakur? Now you got a new list of questions for Ryan that you didn't once have before this fight with Barrios. People was thinking, some people had Barrios beating him, right? You know what I mean? They didn't think Ryan was going to be in it. Look, pulled it off. So now the conversations get a little bit different. The fights get bigger. The opportunities increase. People start saying your name even more, and that's what's going on right now. So let's see, man. I'm here for it, man. I want to see these fights. Any of them.
Would you favor or would you look at it as a 50-50 fight if he was to fight a guy like Shakur?
I still got Shakur. I got Shakur, but I'm not gonna lie. It's the skills, bro. The skills. I shared the ring with Shakur, you know what I'm saying? Even though we sparred and I was out of shape, Shakur is good, bro. Shakur is really, he's like his talent is just, he's not gonna be there, bro. He's just not gonna be there against somebody like Ryan. I know Ryan has confidence, but You know, we said the same thing about Tio. He blew Tio out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was saying about the Tio. I mean, you think who you think is a better fighter, Tio or Ryan? I think Tio is better than Ryan, and like Shakur just blew him out, beat him easily. So yeah, if he fight Shakur, I will have Shakur. It's not gonna. I mean, Byron was there to be hit. Byron just had his hands up. He didn't have no type of defense.
True.
You know, he didn't move his head or his legs. You know what I'm saying? He didn't move nothing.
True.
He just kept his hands up. So he was there to be hit. But Shakur is not gonna be there to be hit. Shakur has good defense. You know, he can parry, he can move his head, and he can move his feet. You know, so yeah, I think the Shakur would be too much for him at this stage right now.
Do you think it's the same thing if he was to get in there with Conor Ben?
Oh, Ryan?
Ryan, yeah.
That's a good fight. Ryan actually might be Conor Ben. I think Ryan will be Conor Ben. Yeah. I think Ryan will be Conor Ben, bro.
That's an interesting fight, though. Him and Conor Bennett. Interesting scrap. Shout out to my dog, Ant McQueen. YSM, my guy. That was a good, nice little break there.
Yo.
Was good with it, my guy.
Yeah, Ryan and Conor Ben definitely sounds very interesting to me. Especially with the way that Conor Ben fights, man. That dude is always on go mode. Fights only one way. He aggressive as hell. Come forward. He gonna throw a lot of punches. I would like to see if he be able to spook Ryan similar to Rolly did, and
me too.
Keep Ryan with his hands in his pocket. If not, then that's a damn firefight.
Me too.
Because I can't see Conor Ben cowering like from Ryan's hand speed or the power or anything like that. I think Conor Ben is a dude that you got to knock out. You got to get him up out of there.
Yeah. I'm with you. It's funny because I want to see, can Ryan utilize his speed to catch Conor Ben coming in, because you know which way he coming. He going forward. He don't know nothing
One way,
else.
bro.
I want to see if he's not able to catch him coming in, that pressure is going to make Ryan do that Victorville shell that he be doing, bro. And that can make things really interesting. That's why I think the matchup is fun. I want to see any of these fights, bro. Whatever makes sense to y'all, I want to watch it.
I would love to see that fight now that it was mentioned right there, because I wasn't thinking about that prior. But now I'm like, you know what? I would like to see that. But I will say this to your point, though, just because you made a fantastic point. And immediately, you know what fight came to mind for me? The Pete Dobson fight.
Right.
Remember, in the Pete Dobson fight, Conor Ben couldn't get his shit off the way he wanted to against Pete.
Nope.
Now, Pete didn't have the offensive output. He didn't have the firepower to like really put a dent in Conor Ben physically.
Right.
But mentally, you could see how frustrated Conor was in that fight. Like, he was accustomed to just walking guys, pressing them out, kind of like what he did with Chris Algieri.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna just hit you with a shot and you just gonna just evaporate.
He had some good defensive moments in there. Pete Dobson did.
Yeah, he did throughout the fight, bro.
To avoid getting like just blasted with. He avoided some of Conor Ben's best shots, and he got hit with some pretty good ones. But I think he did a sound job for somebody that lost. Like, I just felt like his offense just wasn't up to par to be able to compete and make a case to win rounds. But from a defensive standpoint, I thought he did relatively solid.
I thought he did a really good job, bro. I thought he did a really good job, and he kind of reduced Conor Ben in a way. He made his offense very, very predictable. Conor kept trying to line him. Conor had success with that. He threw like a double jab right hand. He had success with that. Like caught Pete early. And then after that, Pete took it away from him, but Conor didn't go to anything else. He kept going to the same thing over and over and over again. So that shows that there's a limit to his creativity. Now with Ryan, I want to see if he could box somewhat similarly to what he did with Conor Ben. Because I was saying this the other day prior to the Art of Ward. Shout out to Andre Ward. He's always giving a fantastic job, man. Always doing a fantastic job. But I felt like this was the most complete fight I've seen from Ryan. Honestly. I think second might be the Luke Campbell fight, because he showed quite a bit in that fight. Flashed a good hand speed, showed a really good body attack. Remember, he got Luke Campbell up out of there with a body shot after he hit the deck himself.
Right.
Beautifully placed liver shot. So he showed a little bit of everything in that fight. He showed some grit, showed some determination, showed some good punch placement. But I feel like from a boxing standpoint, this was like the most locked in I've seen Ryan.
Yeah.
And then maybe third, it might be the Duarte fight, but the Duarte fight, in that fight, when he got pressed, that was the introduction of the Victor Vale show. Because remember, in that fight, he kept turning his damn back versus Oscar Duarte. He could not deal with the pressure. And then he kind of got bailed out in that fight that Duarte got over aggressive and he was able to hit Duarte with a temple shot and took his legs. But prior to that moment, he was kind of getting pressed out.
He was.
And he kept turning his back.
That power bailed him out, and Duarte lack of responsibility defensively, like, you know, guys like that, they be so focused on their offense, they forget that the other guy got offense too, and it's like they be absent-minded to the fact that the other guy is gonna throw punches, and then you create the opening, the very same opening that ended the fight for you, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? By being overly aggressive. That's why, I love people that fight hard, but I love calculated killers, right? Effective aggression, not just I'm just gonna probably get it, but it be leaving holes in it, because you can't. You get what I'm saying? You can't expend that kind of energy without gassing to a degree, right? So you want to do it intelligently. So when you are in there, when you are pressing, you put yourself in good positions rather than bad positions. You get what I'm saying? Because you're gassing and just being overly trying to press. Like, I hate to see that. Then
And sometimes it's not even just the gassing, man. It's just, here's the reality of the situation, bro. Your hands can't be at two places at one time. So if you throwing punches, guess what? That means you're available for punches too. And if you're in range, so it's like you got to be able to pick your spots. Like, I love when Andre Ward would talk about Virgil Hunter, and he was saying how Virgil said that he's not a combination puncher, he's a pick'em fighter. Meaning, like, he's gonna pick his spots. He's gonna hit you with 3 shots, bing, 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 and then he's gonna walk off. Then bing, bing, and they go. Guys like Duarte don't do that. It's just the moment they on you is just all gas, no breaks, and they live by this it's him or me type of mindset. And more often than not, that's how they fights play out. Like, you seen him when he pressed out what's my man's name, D'Angelo Keys. He just did it with Miguel Medueno, pressed him out.
Right, yeah, he did.
Got him up out of there.
Yeah, he did.
But then you see when he tried to press against Ryan, he was throwing punches and end up walking into something. Because guys like that, it's like you said, man, you stated it beautifully. It's like, it's almost like they're oblivious to the fact that what they do to other people can happen to them.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I worded that correctly, but
yeah, you did. You did.
Yeah, you can touch the other guy, but you can be touched. Like, you're not invincible.
It's like, bro, you do know he got pair of gloves on, pair of 8s on too, right? You do know he trying to win this fight too, right? Like, they just don't be so blinded by what you doing that you forget to be responsible on that defensive end. Like, getting caught with the shots you don't see, it'd be the quickest way to end a fight, bro. And we know that. We've seen it time and time again. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the Duarte, not really so much him, but the situation, because they've been on Hitch's helmet, and I get it, but man, they going too crazy. They going too. I
understand though.
I get the criticism, but it's like, I don't think it's a matter of being scared, man. People like, how you fake being sick, man. You gotta think, bro. Like, these dudes ain't got the luxury to be playing when it's time to get paid, man. Like, you get me, like. You get to the point where you start making this money, you ain't.
Well, what was that gentleman's name? The one that walked out the ring, like, soon as the bell rang, when he was facing FA Jagba. Yeah, Curtis Harper. So I think there are them situations like that. And me personally, I don't hold it against these guys, because these dudes are human beings.
Yeah, he said something about the money wasn't right. But like, most people, it just looked like you were scared of the dude, because that was FA he walked out with, I think, right? And most people was like, oh, no, you was scared to get knocked out. He was like, nah, it was something with the money, but it was like, why wait all the way up until then to do that?
Until then, right?
You know what I'm saying?
And then realistically, and this is no disrespect to Curtis Harper, but what are you expecting to make? Effie Jagba is not Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk, or one of these marquee names.
Right.
So if he's making more than you, and you ain't even Effie Jagba, what did you really expect to get?
Yeah, because we've seen them multiple times since then, and I'm pretty sure they ain't break the bank to get you in there.
Hell
Pretty
no.
sure. So.
But I do think that fighters at times, they experience trepidation, or they have nerves, or they experience some type of fright. I don't think that these guys, just because they punch each other in the face for a living, that they don't have those moments where they're just a tad bit concerned. And
Yeah,
I don't hold it
yeah,
against them because they're human beings when it's all
yeah.
said and done.
We act like it's like you just super soldiers. Go in there, forget it
Yo,
all.
bro,
Bet on yourself.
when I've listened to interviews with people like George Foreman, and George Foreman's like big fearsome guy, and he talked about being afraid in fights. Talk
Mm-hmm.
about walking up the 3 steps like, yo, it's like nerve wracking shit.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what
Yeah,
the hell can happen to you. You know,
I'm
you
telling
train
you.
for certain things, but you don't know what can happen. And
Telling
that's a
you.
very scary proposition, man. The uncertainty of
Yeah, the
getting in the
fear of the
ring.
unexpected. You don't know what can
Yeah,
happen.
bro. So
Uh-huh.
with
Uh-huh.
Hitchens, I don't necessarily look at him as a scary dude, but
Yeah.
I applaud him for his candor. Like he's a very honest guy. When he
Mm-hmm.
spoke about being unsettled with the whole 10-pound rehydration when it came to facing Subriel Matias,
Right.
I feel him on that because you know that's not a guy you want to be half stepping with. You know, we've seen this guy unalive somebody in the ring. We've seen him make several guys in succession retire on their stools. So you don't want to be in there playing around with a dude like that because he ain't playing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Name one
Fact.
person in
Fact.
the hood that played like that.
Know what I'm
It ain't
saying?
Subriel
Fact.
Matias.
Know
It
what I
ain't
mean?
him.
Subriel.
So I respect it. And then
Yeah.
also to fast forward to the fight with Gustavo Limos, that was pretty. It was pretty rough for my boy Hitchens. You know,
Mm-hmm.
go back and watch that fight and look at how many times he looked up at that clock in the middle rounds. Like he
Right.
just could, like, damn, it's like a minute, some change. Like you could almost see the thoughts in his head.
Mm-hmm. 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 So
So
we gotta get to. I'm gonna play this video real quick. We gonna wrap up this section. I think this was him. They was talking about I think Greg Hackett and YSM talked about the matchup with Corbin, not Tio Corbin Ryan, possibly. I think that was the last one I had on this one. And I wanted to get to some of this interview that Shushu had, man. He had a real touching interview with Akin Barak. I rock with that joint right there, man. That was a hell of an interview he did, but we definitely gonna build on this Hitchens joint too, right after this, as a matter of fact. But shout out to Jordan, man. You right. It's seeming like the option, one of the best options for Devin Haney might be to go to 54, and that's what they sounded like they could do anyway. So go ahead to it. But let's get to it. Shout out to my guys, YSM and GHB. You know what I mean? Let's see what they have to say, man.
Now, a fight that was talked about, a fight that
This ain't
Ryan
that long.
and both Shakur talked about, is that if he won, that they would fight next, maybe at 144-pound catch weight,
Yeah.
or at 47. And you got a lot of people now that feeling like feeling like Ryan Garcia has a shot against Shakur Stevenson. Not me, but now it's a conversational piece. It's a conversational point.
Right.
What's your thought?
Him and Shakur, I mean, I can see the fight and I understand it. That everybody on some clout shit. So they trying to line up clout matches, like, you know, like that fight, Shakur and Barrios. If the fight ain't gonna be at 47, why y'all doing it? Like, all right, we're gonna do it at 44 so Shakur can feel a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? About not going too big. And they're gonna probably have
I'm
all these
glad
little
I got this from
stipulations.
Ryan. Shout out
And
to
then again, it
Jordan.
may not though, but it's gonna be just a money grab. I don't even think Ryan take that fight serious.
Shit, if he come to
Appreciate the
40, he taking it
$5
dead
super
serious.
chat from my man Yard Out. Salute to both G and Mill. I fucks with y'all heavy. I will definitely be sliding down to Philly for some work. And you ain't in Philly no more, Yard?
Make sure y'all hit
No,
that
that's a
like button,
different
y'all.
Yard Out.
Make sure y'all smash that
Oh,
like
shit,
button.
okay.
Yeah, that's the Yard Out from New York.
Blue
Right.
was good
Appreciate
with
you,
I
it.
bro.
think
I thought you was
Kurt
Yard
was
Out
think
for
good
he
with
good.
it. Damn, I don't see
no, I
why
think
I
he
don't
from
be seeing the
Queens.
comments popping up, bro.
Okay, shouts out to Queens. I fucks with Queens.
Ain't Boogie Boxing here. It's pissing me. I don't know
Yeah.
what stream
Yeah,
y'all
Yeah,
slide
but I
through,
don't
yo.
but I don't know like I think that's a good fight, but Shakur, like this like his third time tampering with, you know, him fighting at 47. He might as well go to 47 for real. I mean, even though he's saying that he can still make 35, and he just for that 40, I'm just saying, you might as well go at 47. You keep getting into it with all the 47 pounders.
See, that's
Might as well go to
because
47.
just to be fair, though, I got to speak to the other side. That's because these guys are putting them on lists. Devin Haney had his name on the list. You get what I'm saying? He said that was the biggest fight in boxing. Ryan Garcia fought him and called him out after his fight. He didn't call Ryan out. He called Conor Benn in the ring. It was his dad was on Mill City talking about 144 and he could make it, and Ryan and do this, and then went back and retracted it after they fought Barrios. So I think it's all fair game. I think, but that's how I got started. That's how you getting into it, because people that are in heavy, bigger weight classes feel like you are a big fight. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how the tables turn. So that's what's really going on. But credit to Ryan for even suggesting going to 140, he said, and making a weight long as there's no rehydration clause, which I don't think it should be. Because you ain't put one on Tio and y'all fought. Same thing with Ryan. If he can do that, man, he's brave as hell, and I respect it.
It's looking like that. 47 looked like 35 of 3 years ago.
Right.
You got Dev, you got Ruley, you got Ryan, and then you got, Dalton Smith out of the UK. But you got Keyshawn ready to move up. You got Shakur contemplating, and so on and so forth.
Right. You say you think 35.
And you kind of predicted this years back. You felt like everybody would end up at 47. And then that's when everybody would start mixing.
For sure.
Stylistically.
47. Say it again. What'd you say?
Go ahead, Jay.
No, I was saying 47 is that mark, though, like where if you too big for the little guys but too small for the big guys, it's 47. So that's like that's like where everybody is. It's gonna get crazy there. And I feel like Africa getting forced up there because he can't make 40 healthy. I mean, he could make it, but then he throwing up after the shit. So it's like, come on, bro.
Stylistically, what is Shakur versus Ryan? What does that look like?
Stylistically, I mean, from what we just saw the other night, Ryan really working behind his jab, that fast twitch, the rhythm, him using his footwork, making Shakur have to go get him at times. And then it's going to be times where he going to go get Shakur. I see it being a good-ass fight, though. It'll be a good fight. It's just, do we really get that fight at 44? And then what the stipulations going to be like and all of that.
And this is assuming that obviously I know GHB ain't see Ryan tweets talking about being willing to go to 40. I'm pretty sure he go live at some point here. They'll know about it. He'll cover it. So just consider that for anybody. That's why I got that tweet up there from Ryan. That was the latest one, and he doubled down. So look, he sounded like he willing to do it. He said his plan was always to win at 140. So okay, he's saying that nobody forcing it. None of that. So if y'all thought 44 was bad, he suggested 40. You see, and he doubled down and say he can make it as long as he put his mind to it. When he's focused, he can do anything. So hey, let's see.
I think that's a good fight if they make it happen.
I think so.
Ryan
too,
got speed, power. Shakur got speed, intelligence, IQ. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be a good one. I don't know if he can come up with something for Shakur, but it'll be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
What does Ryan have to do to make this a tough fight for Shakur? We've seen Shakur disarm fighters that may not be as gifted as Ryan.
Yeah.
Or are more skilled than Ryan.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think whoever takes the chance and say fuck it and go out there and fight, let your hands go, get inside, move your head, go to the body, work behind your jab, walks away with the victory. You gotta rough Shakur up. You can't let Shakur just be comfortable. You let him be comfortable, bro. He just start doing what he want, bro. You start having a good time in there. You can't let him do that. Even if you not,
you gonna start having a good time in there.
all the way inside, you gotta be putting on the kind of pressure that's making him think like, oh, he might get ready to swing. He might be ready to do this, or I don't want to get hit with that. You know what I mean? So you gotta really go in there and try to get Shakur out of there. You gotta be willing to lose an eye to gain a win. You know what I mean? Fucking with Shakur.
I like that.
Yo, you're right about the comfortable thing because Like it seemed like he was comfortable after the second round against Teo. But once he get comfortable, bro, he talking to Bud about getting on the party and playing 2K later. He telling his baby mom what kind of platter he want when he get home.
Right. That's what I'm saying, bro. You got to keep him out of that zone.
That's a fact.
As long as he get in that zone, it's over.
Fact, bro. That's a fact. That is a fact, man. Shout out to my dog.
What does Shakur have to do to defeat Ryan?
I think take a page out of Tank book, boxing a little bit, go to that body. And at the end of the combinations, you know what I mean, just at the end of the combinations, get back to your jab or double your shots, because Ryan gonna be right there. You know what I mean? For when you done punching. I don't know. Shakur just a better fighter all the way around, without the power and all of that. He's just a better boxer.
Jay, I'm gonna keep it.
Shout out to Sunshine. Appreciate the love, man. Putting some color in the chat. Shout out to my guy, man. Much love to my guy, man. Much love.
Being with you, I don't even think that shit is competitive. I think it looked like every other Shakur fight. Right?
My dog.
Ryan's gonna be loading up. You falling sick?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Tired of shit from fucking with that snow. I'm up though.
All right, yeah, we gonna make sure we cut this one short because this is snow day.
I'm up,
My
man.
man drifted. But no, I think Shakur will beat Ryan Harris. I think it's gonna be similar to Teo, but different. Both are athletic. I feel like Teo's athletic with his feet, and Ryan's more so athletic with his hands. But it's still gonna be it's the same. We've seen this movie before. If you don't got multiple tools, you can't fuck with that kid.
Yeah, and that's the thing. People, you can have a gift. You can have a gift, but you got to be able to put it all together. If you can't put it all together, you're done. Like if you just got power, like that's it. Like all right, like if you just have hand speed, like all right, okay. Like you gotta have that shit together. You gotta be able to know how to use it, know when to use it, know when not to use it. Like I ain't gonna lie, Shakur a handful, bro. To fight, he just a handful.
Yo, my man John said we should give you a standing 8 count, yo.
GHB standing 8. Shout out to them. This is at the end. Shout out to my guys, man. Always good to hear them chop it up, break stuff down. But I agree with GHB was saying. I think that's a fair assessment. You got multiple tools, man, and you got to be able to put it together. If you can't, you're gonna be in trouble. It is a tough guy to deal with. And the last thing I'll play in regards to Shakur, and we're gonna get to Teo and Hitchens, man. Is what was this? Mr. Gary Russell went on the Porterway podcast and he spoke about Andy Hiroka. This is what he said.
He could fucking fight. In my personal opinion, I did an interview before the fight. I said, whoever wins this fight between Andy Hiroka and my little brother, is going to be the one who run that 140-pound division. Yeah. I believe Andy Hiroka has the ability to beat a Shakur Stevenson. I believe he will get at Richard Henderson. What's the other kid?
Don Smith. Yeah.
I believe he will get at his ass too. You know, so.
Why do you think Hiroka could beat Shakur Stevenson?
I think he's going to stay long. He's going to make Shakur respond differently. He's going to make Shakur respond differently. You know, he has the height, he has the reach. He has a good jab. He has good timing. He does get physical. He would get rough. He don't mind getting rough or getting physical. And he got good pop.
Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Gary Russell, man. But yeah, look, I'll say this. Andy Hiroka, I think, can fight. If people didn't know about him going into that fight, I think that he on people's radar now. He gave Gary Antoine Russell a really good fight. Made it tough. It was competitive. He made him miss a whole lot. Styles make fights. he boxed him. He controlled distance and range. He did a good job at being prepared for Gary Antoine, like little bursts, those little initial bursts that he was doing, trying to, close the gap. He made him punch in the air a lot, bro. So look, he is talented, he is skillful. His name's Shakur, a different breed. Yeah, he's long. He got some pop, obviously, but show me. I don't want to give Core wins either, man. I just think I agree with him. He'll give guys good fights, tough fights, but he's saying the winner out of that fight, he said beforehand, would run 140. We'll see. It seems like Shakur possibly be around at 140. He ain't going to 47. The opportunity come with him and Ryan at 40. There you go. Or maybe something better at 35. Well, there you go. So we'll see. But I would like to see Gary Antoine Russell and Shakur at 140. I mean, he there, so why not? I wouldn't mind seeing it at all. But let's keep rolling, y'all. I got to talk about Teo for a second, y'all. Got to. And McQueen, I don't know if you heard this, but I ain't mad at this. I ain't surprised by this part. Two little short clips, man, from Teo talking about his situation. And I'm going to get to it, man. This dude is tripping. Teo be bugging.
My father, yeah, he's still my head trainer. I think he just needs some things that he needs to work on within himself personally, just so I could get him back refocused. That's all it is. But we'll add some other people in addition to it, change a few things. That's part of it. You need to learn from it. But as far as it's a father and son dynamic duo, that'll always stick. I'm not going to switch it. If anything, we just add to it. So I think right now my father just needs to focus on himself and how to adjust himself. And then we'll be right back as new.
But then they just add to it for the Shakur fight, and they had that gentleman in the corner, McKinley.
Yeah. And look, as he said what I already said, don't get rid of his dad and just add to it. I guess, look, if that's something that he seriously do, then maybe it can help him for the long haul, because as of right now, I think they reached their peak. I think they went as far as they can go, and that was very far. And there's no shame in how far his dad went, but I think the fact that he was battling the issues that he was battling too, and it started to become more and more obvious for people if you know what you're looking at. And that's the unfortunate part. That's what Teo talking about, getting himself back right. Basically, man, you in the public eye, tighten up, yo. You got to get yourself back together. You know what I'm saying? And he's saying it without trying to say too much. And I'm just not a fan of kicking nobody down and struggling, going through anything. Look, he love his son. He could talk shit all he want, man. At the end of the day, he's always been in his corner, win, lose, or draw. So I respect that. But yeah, you definitely need to get yourself back right and bring somebody else in that can add to it and potentially help and allow them to be a help to your son and help y'all get to the next level. You did say, you made your announcement up to 147.
You got the likes of Garcia now. You got Rolly Romero. You got Devin Haney, you got Lewis Crocker. So there's so many ways to make this happen, right? And I'm just grateful and thankful to be in this division now. And I just can't wait to kickstart it.
So, yeah, man, they already talked about it before the fight with Shakur about going up there to 47. Now that's just him doing it. My question, this is what I have to say about all this. You definitely need some help in that corner. Your dad needs some assistance. You need to get himself back right. If you know, you know. Shout out to him. I hope he get everything in order. I hope him and Teo is able to transition up to 147 and handle business. But it's going to be tough up there. Can he win fights? Yeah, he's talented as hell. He can win. Can he be world champion up there at 147 is my question, right? And that remains to be seen. But if it was any time for him to do it, I mean, shit, it's looking like now, because the welterweight division is not deep. You know what I mean? Ryan Garcia, Lewis Crocker, Devin Haney, Rolly Romero. Look, you got to go through some fire if you want one of them belts up there, though. But I think the welterweight picture up there is interesting. That we got Ryan and Rolly both have titles. It's crazy, man. Somebody would have said in 2026 they was both going to be world champions, and at 147, I'd have told you lying, bro. I really would have told you that. And then you throw Devin in the mix, because it's interesting that he got history with Ryan. So they back in the same division and now champions together. It's crazy, man. But that's Teo. That's what you're looking at as of right now. If you was in the welterweight division right now, these are your champions. You know what I'm saying? These are the guys you would have to be looking to compete against to any of them straps. You have the WBO at 40. Dev got it up at 47. You know what I mean? Would you fight Rolly? Would you fight Ryan? You know, I did hear him express thoughts about fighting Ryan and vice versa. You know what I mean? Then there's that Lewis Crocker guy. You know, you never know how to unfold, but he gonna need to bring somebody else in. I think he is who he is, but he needs somebody that understands him, that can keep him on his A game while his father's sorting out his affairs, getting his affairs in order. And we'll see, but it's gonna be tough. Can he be a champion? With the way it's thin at the top, it's possible, but you know how politics ruin opportunities. And you know, look, as soon as he get there, he's gonna be one of the most talented guys there. That's the crazy part about it. That's him being a talent and welterweight not being as deep. But can he be a champion? It's possible, but I don't know. It's gonna get interesting for Tio. I don't know how he's gonna look up there. He had the outbox guys at 40. So he ain't going to be no KO guy at 147. Dudes are going to be a bit bigger, stronger, whatever the case. He's going to have to box. So he definitely going to need a trainer. He's going to need a team that's strong, man, to be on the same page. He need to make sure he ain't just working hard, but working smarter, man. Let's see how much farther he could take it. I mean, he's a 2-division champion, right? Former unified, lineal champion, all that good stuff. Can he do it in the 3rd division? Remains to be seen, but I don't know if I ever even thought about seeing Tio at 47, but you know, he got some weight to him, so it wouldn't surprise me. But let's see how he do up there. He said that's where he's going. He named some of the guys that's there. I think automatically with his name, it ain't like you got to go back, you know, to the back of the bus, so to speak, right? You're gonna be right in the mix. Maybe you get a fight there. You know what I mean? You get a fight there to you know, welcome yourself to the division, and I think from there it's up. I think you know, go out there and fight who you gonna fight. I mean, get your name, put your name in a conversation with the rest of these guys and see where you go. But I think just looking at this lineup, though, Rolly is an interesting fight with anybody, just because if you allow him to land on you, things will get interesting if that happens. And Ishmael Salas, I think that's what he would, slowed him down in a good way. I think he made Rolly a little more calculated, man. That could be dangerous for people, man. That could be, you know, a little nerve-wracking. You got Rolly actually out there setting shit up and taking his time, man. I don't know. Big Rolo, man, he turned over a new leaf. Lewis Crocker, he got some scrap in him, but I don't got him beat none of the other guys. I don't. Ryan,
whomever it is that Tio aligns himself with on the coaching front, I believe it's somebody that needs to be able to get him adhered to the fundamentals. You know what I mean? Stop skipping dinner trying to get to dessert all the damn time.
I like that.
And just handle the basic stuff, bro. Because that's the stuff that be getting them got. Like you lunging in, you see every time he throws his damn right hand, he don't close the range first. So
Right.
he's falling in, he's off balance. It's like he's too damn athletic for his feet to be as bad as they are. And his feet aren't bad because he lacks the coordination. They're bad just because they're not educated.
Right. No, you're right. Right. And then I think along the way, with him being athletic and being able to rely on it, he started to rely on it a bit much. And I think it trips him up. I think it causes problems with him. The same shit that make you tough to deal with, depending on who you in front of, is the same shit that backfire on you, depending on who you in front of. You know what I mean? Robert Garcia, that wouldn't be bad. That don't sound like it'd be a bad move, you know. But Tio, you know, he was this guy was seen making some very interesting comments about the fight with him in court. This is why I gotta get on his ass, man. Accountability is everything, man. Stop talking like you some type of damn prophet, like this was written in stone. There's so many ways you could try to look at this. All design, happy to make it look the way I needed it to look. I mean, are you trying to say you wanted to look a certain way going into 47 so people think it's sweet and it's not? Are you saying that you knew it was going to go like this all along because you knew what kind of fighter you was getting in the ring with? Who knows? But you do make it seem like you saying the fight is like planned or staged, like, or this was like etched in stone. Nah, you know, you just got in there and the best man won, man. That's all that really is. You know, because he responded to the dude comment saying horrible fight against Shakur. It looked like he was 10 levels above. You know, Teo was like, man, all design. Happy to make it look the way I needed it to look. Whatever that means. You don't take that energy to 147, you're going to get cooked, man. You better not go up there playing with them folks, man. It's going to get tougher. The fights are going to get tougher. Opponents is going to get bigger, stronger. You know the saying. So let's see how well you can fare. But I think if it was ever a chance for you to possibly be successful at the welterweight division, it's now. It's now where it's like it's open for the taking. You know, we could see some potential of who could possibly make some noise and do some damage up there. But at the end of the day, it's still wide open. Still very much wide open. It's anybody's division to win out. So let's see what Teo could do. But making comments like this is wild, man. All design, man, you be sounding crazy. Look, you just got beat by the better man. Own it, accept it, move on, get better. Like you said, bring in some more people. You know, bring in somebody that you trust. However you got to do it, and get back in the ring, man. It shouldn't be over. You only lost twice.
Comments like that don't give me faith in everything that you're saying, though, Just. They honestly don't, bro, because it's that type of delusion that'll keep a fighter in the same place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, it was all by design. No, the hell it wasn't. That man just outclassed your ass.
Right.
Watch the tape and look at why.
Right.
Watch it 30 times if you have to. Slow it down if you have to. Sit down with a pen and a pad and take notes and figure out why the hell you couldn't get past this jab that you said was all this man had. And then why weren't you able to render him food as you said he was? Once you get past the jab, he food. You couldn't get past the jab. So sit down, take notes, and figure that out. And then see if you can contract somebody that can help you with those deficiencies. But all is always by design. It just don't give me no type of faith, bro. None. He's gonna be the same talented guy, and then this is what's gonna happen. Just Top Rank is gonna find somebody to match him up with that will allow him to shine. Then they're gonna be saying, "Oh, he's back," or "Look, he's back right. He wasn't right before, but now he is." And it's gonna be the same old thing. Same old thing.
Yeah.
They're gonna give him another. No disrespect to him, but another Josh Taylor.
Right.
A guy that got a name, but he has the style and the attributes that allow Teo to shine.
Norman Jr. You know, that's already talked about it. Yeah, Norman Jr. I can see it too. I can see what you're saying happening at 1,000,000% too, bro. 1,000,000%. So yeah, I think this comment is pretty delusional, and it's a guy that's not holding himself accountable for just losing a fight where a guy just thoroughly outclassed you. You know, don't talk about, oh, it's all designed. You know, happy to make it look that way. Like, how are you happy to make it that you got dominated, and your eye busted, and you and your dad was like just not on the same accord? Y'all got your asses whooped together, man. How are you happy to make it look like that? So again, you know he's an odd guy, and the way he phrased and put his words together has always been strange to me ever since I've ever heard him speak in an interview, and it just get more and more strange, bro. But TL, tighten up, man. This ain't a good look because you sound like you know, like you just don't accept the reality of how you got beaten. Why? So can't take that delusion with you up to the next weight class because it's gonna cost you, and it's only gonna get worse with each loss. It's gonna get worse. You got 2 now, but the 2 could easily be 4. You know what I'm saying? If you really seeing your fight, so. You know what I mean? It is what it is, but little side note. Bill Haney was talking this stuff about the Ryan Garcia possibly fighting Xander Zayas, with the way it's looking with Ryan doubling down about fighting Shakur, and not only at the 44, he's saying 40. Devin might have to look to go to 54, best option. Rolly ain't fighting you. Conor Ben is talking about fighting Ryan. Lewis Crocker ain't gonna fight you. You might have to go up there and prove to the world that Xander Zayas is actually food. Like Jordan was saying, you're gonna have to stand on that 54 talk, and you know who you had on the list. So that's gonna open up another can of worms. Look, I'm here for it, man. Whatever you're gonna do, Haney, let's see it. But let's get into this, man. I want to talk about this briefly. Man, y'all doing my man Africa filthy, G. Y'all wild. Y'all bogus as hell, bro. Y'all bogus, I get it, man. You talked a lot of shit. You know, you wanted to, see him, make it to the fight and stand on business. But This dude Duarte ain't nobody to be no scary of, man. Ain't this the same Duarte Ryan knocked out? Man, come on, man. Put some respect on Hitchens' name, bro. I get it. Like I like a good joke too, but damn, y'all did my man filthy. Y'all bogus. He ain't scared of this dude. These guys are not in a position to be faking a funk to get out of paydays, man. 6 to 7 figure paydays. Nobody's trying to do that. You got to really understand. Like, think about it. I played a little clip from Robert Garcia because he talked about it briefly. You know what I'm saying? But they treating it like he faked it to get out of the fight. So they calling him Queen Hitchens and all types of wild shit. Nah, y'all disrespectful. Africa, man. Look, I don't know what's going on in the camp. I did hear about a tough weight cut. Hearing him say something about rehydration and throwing up, kind of what I thought could have been the case. Now, is that a result of you just being outgrowing that weight class? Because look, you had a tough weight cut with Lemos, right? You got this situation that happened. You don't need to happen the third time. I think the right might be on the wall. I don't want to speak and be all in the wrong ballpark, but do you need to move up? Is what you feeling and going through after you weighed in, is that anything to do with the weight that you staying at? Like, you get me, running into this issue, you looking skinny in the face, you had them glasses on. I don't know why y'all do that, because it only bring more attention to you when you wear glasses, especially when you're not a guy that usually have them on like that. So I don't know. I heard about a tough weight cut, and now you see he didn't make it to the fight. It got to be something true to that. I don't think he's scared to go to 47. I'm not buying that. Dudes just be having plans. Like, that's where he was at. I think is more fights for him to make potentially there. But with the way things are going, once it start costing you money, man, just go up and see how much better you might feel better up a weight class, man. You know what I'm saying? You might need to go up them 7 pounds, bro. So I just want to see him get back. Y'all disrespecting my guy. They going in on him. I get it, man. They felt like he talk a lot, but he ducked. I see people going, they really pushing the duck now. Yeah, he ducked Duarte. He ducked Duarte. Man, he was going to beat this dude, in my opinion, if he was going to be right. And obviously with him not being right, I don't think he was willing to take the fight. You get me? But this dude ain't no damn world beater. Hitch is a world champion at the bare minimum. He's a world champion. He would have boxed this dude. I think he would have been able to deal with the pressure. I think it would have been an intriguing fight, a good fight. But I think I had Hitchens beating him. You know what I'm saying? But it would have been up to him how he made this fight look. It really would have been up to him to me. Duarte, he bringing the pressure. My question is, Hitchens, did you learn to deal with pressure fighters? You had a chance to fight Lemos, right? You know what I mean? Was you prepared to deal with this guy and his style? But this ain't no scary dude. This ain't no boogeyman and nobody to be ducking out on the payday with. This ain't no reason to put the man in no damn dress with a damn I don't know, whatever the Queen Princess joint on his head. I get it, man. Good laughs, but man, Hitchens, I'm rocking with you, G.
They got the tiara on my dog, Richardson.
Yeah, the tiara. You might need to go up, fam. Like, I don't know. I don't want to be all point with the information. You know what I'm saying? But you notice that, ain't that the Golden Boy logo at the bottom of it? Not mistaken. Ain't that the Golden Boy thing symbol? Like, I think this is like this is being posted, bro. They playing with your name, bro. And I think, what's the name's a Golden Boy fighter. So yeah, ain't he? So yeah, I think they playing games, man. Hey, Hitchens, man. You got some ass to beat when you get back, man. They ordered, not ordered, but Lindolfo Delgado, he requested mandatory status or something like that to because he never wanted to fight Hitchens, so Hitchens might end up having to fight him. But look, I respect Hitchens, bro. I've been watching him most of his career. I always thought he was going to have a title. He do now, so I was right about that. I've always said I think he's better than what people give him credit for. I get it. This ain't the pure boxing style is just not appreciated in today's boxing. It really ain't. So he ain't the big knockout guy, big puncher. And people criticize him, but the things that he can do, he do it at a high level, and he do it consistently. That's the thing that made the guys good. Not just being able to do things at a high level, but being able to do them consistently at a high level. You know what I mean? Round after round. He's not an easy guy to beat. I ain't saying Duarte wouldn't have made it a tough fight, brought the pressure and all that stuff. But I just don't have no reason to believe Hitchens is scared to fight this guy. Like, and then get all the way up into the fight to do that. Like, nobody. I don't think he was spooked and
See,
none
but
of
I believe
that.
that this is a 2-for-1 situation here, Just, and this is why I mentioned the
Al
previous
Booker.
circumstance with Subriel Matias. I don't think
Right.
it's just a matter of Hitchens being wary of him being Duarte, but
Mm-hmm.
if he's throwing up and it was a tough weight cut, and you got to
Mm-hmm.
deal with the pressure that this dude is bringing, and
Mm-hmm.
also remember that last fight, what's his name was boxing fairly well too. Shout out to Kenneth Sims. I can't
Right.
wait to see him get back in the ring versus Barboza. I had him edging the fight versus Duarte, but Duarte made that a grueling ass fight, and Kenny Sims could box his ass off. And
Right.
Kenny Sims also got a nice little inside game too. Like I think he's got a little bit more versatility than Richardson
Mm-hmm.
Hitchens. I do agree with you 1000%. Richardson Hitchens is exceptional at what he does. It's
Mm-hmm.
hard to find too many fighters who are better from range than he is. Like the
Mm-hmm.
dude got a hell of a jab. He got a beautiful right hand when he lets it go.
Right.
Um, the dude can fight. He gets busy, and he also revealed he got a decent body attack too in that Kambosos fight. I'd like to see more of that
Yeah.
from him, and I definitely agree that he's better than what he's given credit for. But if it
Mm-hmm.
turned into a Kenneth Sims type of fight, Kenneth Sims and Duarte, or even the Richardson Hitchens versus Lemos, a compromised Richardson Hitchens, I think he could have got pressed up and beat up, pressed out and
Right.
beat up in that
Right.
condition. And I think that's probably why he pulled out of the fight. Not just Duarte, but it's a combination of, man, this dude is bringing this type of style, and
Mm-hmm.
this the state that I'm in. Like hell no,
Right.
I ain't gonna chance it, and I
Right.
respect that.
Right. And I'll just leave it at that. Like, this is not something that he got a history of doing, pulling out fights. You know what I mean? But I get it now. And people are starting to feel like this is second time where weight was an issue. So I understand people saying move up. And like I said, I don't want to be wrong about that, but I don't think it'll hurt you, bro. It might be time. You've already explored the possibility of doing so, fighting guys up
Yeah,
that
if,
in
if
that
you're
weight class.
vomiting, bro,
Go
it's
do it.
definitely time. Move your ass
Yeah.
up. You
Yeah.
you,
Go
you
do it.
throwing up after the second day weigh-in with the IBF joint, and you already expressed discontent or discomfort with
Mm-hmm.
making that second day weigh-in. Yeah, it's definitely time to move up. Just move up, bro.
Mm-hmm. And let me see if I got the video where Robert Garcia was talking about it a little bit. I'll play a little bit of it, and then we'll get to the shoe joint to close this show out, man. This has been a good one. We're just gonna keep building to the end, but just to hear Robert and what he had to say about it, because we all heard Von D was good with it. We heard Barrios blowing his nose, sounding all nasally and congested and shit. He still went out there and fought, but different. Not trying to compare the two, but I know people are gonna do that. Well, Barrios did this. Was they sick the same way? Because obviously you throwing up, you about to fight a guy that's bringing pressure, and you done. You woke up feeling good, and then everything just kind of turned for the worse. That's why I say, man, it might be that. It might be time. You know what I'm saying? Your body might be telling you it's time to go up. Like that. It's kind of sounding like that, low key. Real talk. Kind of sounding like body like, hey, man, it's time for us to go up, man. We need them 7 pounds. Go eat you some burgers and steaks, man. Huh? Know y'all dudes like eating food, too. You out there in the Big Apple, man. It's all types of eats out there. I know you eating good. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and move up, man. Go ahead and move up. But let me play a little bit. This is from Robert Garcia. Shout out to Hitchens, man. That's my guy, though. I rock with him, man. They disrespect him, Africa. Put some respect on Africa name, man. He was going to go in there and tattoo Duarte, Ultimate
his ass
Soldier.
off. He was ready to become a world champion. Tell me what happened. You were there. He weighed in. Richardson weighed in.
Look, right now, we would be celebrating our 18th world champion because Duarte was going to become champion. And look,
Duarte is about to
shit happens in boxing, but not the way it happened. Obviously fighters do get sick. Fighters go through stuff. I could almost assure you that Barrios was a little sick too, because a lot of people seen him blowing nose, and then when he's talking, you could hear his voice.
He was congested, and that affects cardio, of course.
Exactly. So
it
look,
affects cardio, of
when
course.
You already had the fight. Oh, remember Mikey against Spence.
He was in the hospital earlier.
Mikey was in the hospital at fucking 2 a.m. because he got sick. But man, you suck it up. You're already there. You're to fight. Whatever. Maybe it's best to look out for yourself. And yeah, but at least you're sick. But in this case, man, the press conference, healthy, talking shit, trying to bet everybody money, confident. At the weigh-in, again, same thing. Yeah, I didn't see any fucking sign of him being sick at all. He looked good. He was excited. He was fucking.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You looking for something that's not going to be there because they said he was good. They said he woke up, I think, at like 148 or something, and then he started throwing up after the fact. So I don't know what happened. I just don't want to be overly critical of something without having the information. I only can go off what he put out there. I know the timing of it sucked, but I don't see Hitchens as the kind of guy that want to waste people time all the way up until the last minute and then pull out. He don't got a history of that. I give him some grace in this situation. It's like, yeah, you wanted to see that fight because I really wanted to see that fight on the card. You know what I'm saying? It would have made the card that much better. But they put Amari Jones on the pay-per-view version, and he had a good showing. You know what I mean? He beat up Luis Arias, stopped him. You know what I mean? Good showing, but nonetheless, I definitely wanted to see Hitchens, but I don't see Duarte being no guy that's gonna make a dude duck out of a good payday. Nah, I don't see it.
Still betting money, still talking shit. But then the second day weigh-in, which is
the morning of the fight.
The morning of the fight, like at
IBF rules, you can't be more than 10% of your weight.
We were supposed to meet at 8.
Yeah.
At 8 a.m. But the official scale got in late. So Connolly, his manager, Keith, he told us, look, if they're not here, let's just do it between ourselves. The IBF was there, so that was all we needed to know. So he says, let's go to our room. Robert, you see Hitchens weigh in, and then we'll go to Oscar's room, and I'll see him weigh in, so that way we don't have to wait.
I never heard about that, but okay.
Golden Boy, they got in late. They didn't have the scale. We didn't have the scale. So the IBF said, okay, I'm okay with that. So we went to Hitchens' room. He weighed in and gained 10 pounds, like every other, like the IBF rules, 10 pounds. He looked good. He was smiling. He was happy. Then we went to Duarte. We took the same scale, took it to Duarte's room. Duarte weighed in and 10 pounds. So what time did he get sick? You know what I mean? Then like at 2 p.m. 2 hours before. No, actually, they wanted us in the locker room at 3:30. So 2 hours before we went to the locker room, I got a call and saying, look, he's sick. He's been throwing up all night.
But he was okay in the morning.
That's what I was gonna say. Food poisoning. He's been throwing up all night. So
man, that's how it go, man. Shit tricky. He could have ate something. It could have been anything, man. I get it. I can understand Robert's position, his frustration, because his fighter had a 12-week camp. He was ready to go, trimmed, ready, tip-top shape, confident. And they thought they was going to go out there and win. But I don't think so. I think Hitchens would have been able to box this dude and beat him on points. I really do. You know what I mean? I wasn't expecting no stoppage. Duarte's pretty tough. But that come forward shit, bring pressure. Yeah, I just don't think Hitchens would have crumbled under the pressure. But again, not being 100%, you just never know how you react to a guy pressing the issue. You know what I'm saying? You feeling like a shell of yourself. So I get it. The timing is bad, like especially when you see him in back-to-back instances and he's smiling, talking crazy, confident, everything good, and then boom. You know what I mean? But just think about the timing. If you was looking to get out the fight, I don't think you wait till the day of, right? I just don't think that's something you do. That's your reputation and shit on the line. It's just not worth playing that type of game, and I'm not going to put that on nobody. Unfortunate shit happen all the time in boxing, but it's crazy how quick we'll jump on the bandwagon of negativity when it's our fighters. Like, we don't give him no grace. He ain't sick. He faked it. He was scared. He was ducking Duarte. It's like, man, shut up. Damn, shut up. Like, you serious? Yeah, I think that? Imagine training for something that you chose to do for a living and then having 12 weeks to prepare for one guy and get paid to do it and then say at the last minute, I'm scared to do this. Imagine it, though. That's how I'm always say that, because I just don't think, I ain't saying it's never happened and people don't, get nerves and don't want to fight. I get it. But we say this about fighters that you can't really prove that about, right? That's getting in there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't look at Hitchens as no scary guy, man. He's pretty honest, straight shooter to me. That's just my opinion of him.
A little too honest, honestly.
Right. Yeah,
He a
yeah,
little
right.
too
And I
honest.
think he wanted
And
this
that,
fight.
and that's why I keep reiterating, man, and harping on that damn Matias situation. It's like if bro would have just kept his damn mouth shut, we wouldn't have knew nothing about him being uncomfortable with the 10-pound rehydration.
Yeah,
So I think that's where it becomes a matter of where there's smoke, there's fire. It's like, oh, okay, if you was nervous to fight Matias, then da, 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 da. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. For me personally, I give him grace in this situation because I look at it both ways. As you pointed out, the man trained, and not only did he train, but they spend money to go to camp. Who the hell wants to spend money to go to camp? He
Right.
spent money to go to camp, but I also
Right.
feel like he knew that he couldn't be compromised facing this dude. I feel like
Right.
that. So I
Couldn't
don't think he
afford that.
ducked
Yeah.
him, but I think that just given the circumstance, like, nah, I'm not even gonna put myself in a position
Hmm.
where I could potentially like lose my belt, and then
Right.
not only that, and take a L because I'm half stepping.
Right. Now they demanding talking about strip him because he lied. Like, stop, yo. Come on, man. We doing this and y'all know y'all on that bull. I see a lot of wild stuff happen, bro. I ain't trying to hear no strip him. He ain't lose the belt. He got sick. He got sick. Know what I mean? We just seen Floyd Schofield with iPhone 18 chargers plugged into him on the deathbed. So, like, shit happens. Unfortunate shit happens all the time in boxing. Like I said, if he had a track record of doing things like this, I could understand. But man, I'm not about to make these guys out to be scary just because something unfortunate happened, like getting sick. You know what I mean? Shakur Stevenson went through it. Caught a bug. It was a bug going around in camp. He tried to isolate himself. Still ended up getting sick. Throwing up in between rounds of sparring and shit like that. Still end up pushing through it. But that shit, man, it was risky. You see how much criticism they still criticizing him about that fight. So what you think they would have did with Hitchens had he went out there and not look good and or dare I say lose? Man, you already know how they would have talked. So I get it, man. Better safe than sorry. I can understand Robert or Oscar Duarte being frustrated because they was trained ready to go. And that's the same way the other team would have felt if it happened to them, I'm sure, too. But it's just things like this happen. Hopefully they could run a fight back down the line or fight. I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing it, though, because the way people are acting, I really want to see it. I really did want to see it. That's why I'm mad it didn't get to go through. I thought Hitchens would have pulled it off and defended his belt well, but wasn't meant to be, man. Hit that like button, y'all. We still got about 100 people in the building. Hit the like button, sub to the channel. I don't care what side you're on, double tap the screen. Let's play this, man. Got a couple more minutes of this. We're going to keep it pushing.
Sick, he's pulling out of the fight.
So why did he weigh in if he
wait up? That's what I mean. Not only why did he weigh in, why did he gain 10 pounds? If he's sick,
you're right. You're right.
Food poisoning and throwing up all night,
He should have been underweight.
He would have been under.
That's true. You're right.
He wouldn't have gained 10 pounds. He wouldn't have stepped in the scale and gained 10 pounds and look healthy and smile and you know what I mean?
See, they saying it wrong. He threw
You've
up
been through this many times. Not your first rodeo.
Like from what they saying after the fact, after waking up and the next day, then they saying he was throwing up. He's feeling good. Then he started throwing up. I know the timing it sucks, yo, but I'm not about to overanalyze it because basically, we're gonna do all of that just say what you want to say. You don't believe that he was sick. You think he was good. You think he pulled out of the fight because he got cold feet or whatever. Might as well just say, I'd rather somebody say that than try to over-explain the timing in which he got sick. And then y'all, it sound like y'all got y'all timeline mixed up a little bit from when they reported it because they had the statement out there and they talked about it. They said what his weight was, felt good and all that. I remember some of the statement off the top of my head. So this is what it is. At the end of the day, it happened. Hopefully he can move past this. It shouldn't be this big a deal. Boxing is really, really tough, bro. You can't get sick. Everything, I'm telling you, cannot go wrong. You just got to be superhuman. Think about it. Some people get hurt. He ain't hurt. He lying. He's made an excuse. It's like, bro, we don't even be letting these dudes be human.
Yeah. Bullshit. What do you think happened?
They were worried and they seen the confidence that the whole team had.
Duarte was going to win.
Duarte was going to knock him out. Duarte was going to knock him out. And
no, the fuck he wasn't. He ain't knocked nobody out on the level of Richardson Hitchens. How you just thought he was going to knock him out? Come on, man. Like, damn, that's what I want to see. And I get it. He's saying what a trainer's supposed to say, but Ellie, stop, yo. Duarte was going to knock him out. No, he wasn't. Now I know for sure.
And they seen the confidence, the team.
Man, I'm about to go watch some Oscar Duarte after I get off here. They got me wanting to watch Oscar Duarte.
I'm pretty sure,
had me cue it in.
They probably told him, look, it's a big risk. Let's wait. do this over here. Maybe there's a bigger fight at welterweight.
Easier fight, yeah.
Maybe there's a more money fight.
Hey, thank you. You didn't have to.
Yeah, for sure. Nice, bro. Thanks.
But yeah, that's the gist of what I wanted to. They about to get into some other stuff, but there it is. I respect. Robert felt like they was worried Duarte was gonna knock him out. He seen the whole team was confident. I get it, but nah, ain't nobody. Yeah, Duarte ain't scary, bro. Most people, a lot of people don't even know him. He ain't scary like that. Hitchens ain't tuck no tail because dude was confident. They always confident like that. You see, he was out there trying to bet people, and it's crazy. I talking about how he was talking about betting and stuff. Ain't none of y'all take him up on them bets though. Hell with the talking and shit. Y'all wasn't taking him up on them bets. It wasn't like dudes was like, yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, so nah, I don't think he was scared. I just think it's unfortunate. Maybe he did get it sick. Maybe it's a bug. You just never know. That shit hit you out of nowhere. I remember what fight was this? Was this before the fight with Artem and Shakur? It was the day of the fight. Mind you, we had tickets already. Bro, I was dehydrated and it all came out of nowhere. My side was hurting so bad, bro. I was like, there's absolutely no way I'm making it to this fight tonight. It's absolutely no way. I was pissed just the thought of it. Like, yo, we already got the tickets. But I'm like, the way my side hurt, and I know it's me being dehydrated. I had it happen before. I'm like, bro, I was in pain. I'm like, I wouldn't even be able to sit at no fight that long in that type of pain and enjoy it. It'd just be no way. But I ended up, my girl gave me something and it helped. I think it was some type of Pedialyte ice pop or something like that. That shit really helped. It worked. But if my shit would have stayed like that, I definitely wouldn't have made it to the fight. So what, I was faking sick not to go watch the fight? Like, you get me? Like, that shit just came out of nowhere. It was sudden. I woke up, I was good. Then out of nowhere, I moved and I felt the pain. I sat down, trying to drink something, thought it was going to go away. Shit got worse. I was like, oh, man. That shit was killing me. I was like, man, there's no way we going to the Prudential tonight with me feeling like this. But luckily, she got a remedy for your boy, man. Got me right. And I was straight, man. But we going to wrap up with this. We still got about 100 people here. Look, if you're on the vertical side, make sure y'all double tapping that screen. Let's get the likes up, sub to the channel, support the ground. We're going to close out with this. Listening to some of this interview with Shushu from Akin Barak. They do a great fight. All the smoke fight, they do a great job always with their interviews. But I love that. It's nothing like the backstory of a boxer, of an athlete. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like the backstory of an athlete, especially when they got a success story attached to it. And I like a lot of the stuff he was talking about. Yeah, shout out to baby girl. Mama do save me, Al Booger, man. I was done. I was done. I was curl folded like a lawn chair, bro. I was stuck like, man, I couldn't do nothing. She went and got me one of them joints, and she was like, man, eat this. And I got to it. I was like, man, I felt that alleviating the pain going away. I was like, yes. We made it to the fight and had a good night, man. Really did. That pain never came back. That's my ignorant ass not drinking no water and not enough water. Stuff like that, though. Smoking, not drinking water. But anyway, y'all, let's get to this, man. We're going to close. Shout out to everybody that rocked out to the end of this show. Appreciate all y'all. Make sure y'all all hitting the like button, though. Turn the notifications on. Sub to the channel. But let's go. Shoot. With Akin Barak.
I knew how to get myself situated in that moment. And then that's why you saw, like, I was able to just, get through that adversity in that moment.
What was going through your head in that moment?
I ain't gonna lie though, being the fact that like it happened in the fight, like when everybody's there, I'm like, oh nah. Like it was crazy because when I got caught, I wasn't dizzy or nothing like that, but my back leg went gone. I was like, oh, like that's how you saw I was backing up. I was like, my leg is gone. So I'm like, nah, he got me. Yeah. And then he started to hop on me. Yes. I'm like, all right, nah, I got it.
Did you clinch?
I clenched. I was like, yo, let me hug, gang. Let me hug.
Good shot.
I love this. Love the honesty.
Yo, word. Like, I was just playing. Nah, you know what I mean? But I still, throughout that round, I felt like I wasn't there yet. Right. But I still was trying to, like, show that I could still catch you. So I caught him with, like, a nice shot still and, try to play a little defense here and there, try to, like, get in his head to let him know, hey, I'm good. But really, I wasn't. I was still a little shaky. Even in the next round, the whole round, I'm using
that leg still felt a little weird?
Yeah. It was like, was still
next round too?
The whole next round. It was like, my legs was gone. So I was like, nah, I didn't have to make sure he just wouldn't
Wait, have you ever felt that before? I know you might have been stunned before.
I've been stunned before, but for it to last that long, no, I didn't. Wow. So, and then after that round, I believe now going into the 6th, K was like, yo, you use that round to get yourself back together. Now it's time to step to him.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You gotta you don't get him too comfortable now because he can gain a little confidence. I'm like, okay. I still wasn't that comfortable yet with stepping to him, but I'm gonna try.
Right.
Round 7, 8, that's when we was like, yeah, stay to him because we noticed his punches had way more power when he was able to get that distance. Like he was getting straight shots with the right hands, the end of the shot, way more power. But in the inside, he didn't know how to really work that well, getting the little shots here in the inside here and there. And now my inside game, that's where I live.
Sweet.
You know what I mean? So that's when I used that as an advantage. And I noticed his pace was slowing down, his body turning red, everything is slowing down. I'm like, all right, yeah, we getting him.
Right. Was there ever a second where you thought, damn, I might lose this?
No, not 1 second. Not 1 second. I had it. I feel like I had it all under control. Just made sure not to get hit with nothing stupid. That's all it was. Like if I was to lose, I had to get knocked out, bro.
Right.
Like I didn't feel like at any point in the fight where he was better than me or just firing on certain things better than me, setting certain things up that I didn't see. Certain things. Right. If it had to be a shot that I just didn't see coming for me to lose that fight. For sure.
But what about before the fight or before it started? Let's go to the arena and the setting. You were in your hometown in New York City. It was a packed house. By that time, people were in the building and they were there for you, right? How nerve-wracking was that? I know it's exciting, but at the same time, there must be a lot going on in your head at that point.
You know what's crazy? It wasn't.
No.
It wasn't. I was so prepared for that moment.
Was this the first time ever, no nerves at all or something?
First time ever, no, not my first time. I think my first time ever was no nerves. Was my second fight in the Garden. I fought in the theater, and that was my first time no nerves as a pro. But I feel like in this particular fight, I was just so prepared for every possible outcome, to where it was I don't give a damn about the smallest inconvenience. I am such in tunnel vision. I'm so locked in.
But when you envision a moment, was it what you envisioned?
He's a really smart fighter, man. That's why I like hearing this dude talk. Articulate, young man, smart, out of IQ, got dog in him. Got brought up right, man. He moving the right way.
100%. Yeah. I'm walking out with MOP, you know what I mean? Brownsville.
That was hard.
Who's out there? First of all, you too young to really know.
I think Brownsville, bro.
What is Brownsville? Still, you too young to know them. So I want to know how. How did that happen?
Well, my people.
I just random thought based off a video I just seen. Some of the Devin Haney fans are the worst, bro. Are the worst, bro.
Our mutual friends with some of their people.
Got you.
And I think one of their people was like, yo, we could they reached out and they wanted to come to one of my fights, probably a year ago.
Okay.
Like, yo, yeah, you probably give us some tickets to your fights, da-da-da. My man was like, I got an even better idea. How about y'all walk him out? Right. And that was it didn't happen when they talked about it initially, but
it happened
at the right moment. It happened at the right moment. They came through, they performed, and that was just dope. And I feel like that was just something for me to give back to Brownsville. You know what I'm saying?
And then Teo used the same song.
He did.
He used a couple of songs, right?
Yeah,
but he used that Annie Up. He used that same song. Yeah.
Come on, it's Brownsville. That's legendary, bro. Annie Up is one of them legendary songs.
Yo, it got me to stand up. When I was like, nobody's ever used them. That was perfect.
Yeah, man. So I wanted to be. I always try to just set myself apart from a lot of people. I just want to be different, and at the same time be grounded and showing everybody I got pride from where I'm from, and I'm gonna have it Brownsville and the whole New York City on my back everywhere I go.
And you had the crowd screaming in New York at the end.
Word.
Damn sure was. You're right. Everybody was. What inspired that outfit that you had, your fight night fit?
Man, I always, again, like to keep it home, whether it's my walkouts, New York music, whether if it's my outfit, I got the towel, I pay homage to Mike Tyson, and then there's the Yankees, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everything is new. I did the Giants. I did the Brooklyn Nets. I did like the Coogee sweater, the Coogee outfit. The
You ever did the
uniform.
Knicks?
I did the Knicks colors. Yeah, I did
Okay.
the Knicks colors, but I didn't like, you know what I mean, do it like how I did the Yankees.
Yeah,
This
that
one
was
was
dope.
tough.
That was
This
tough.
one was tough.
Who
you know,
did the outfit for you?
Bespoke Boxing. I gotta give a big shout out to them Box Row as well. You know, they did their thing when it came to that. But yeah, it was real smooth, man. And they exactly how I wanted the outfit in terms of all of the. They put like 12. What was it? 12,000 Swarovski crystals all over
Really?
it. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, it was fire.
I didn't get to see it up close. You can still say you're from Brooklyn because you've been living in Vegas for 3 years. I'm hearing.
It's only 3 years.
You can
bro.
always say you're from Brooklyn.
Always.
From Brooklyn, yeah.
Born and raised.
You ain't dealing with the cold we dealing with over there.
That's only been 3 years.
fact, though.
That's only 3 years.
No, we gotta
Relax.
take a little bit of the Brooklyn.
Man, that's New York City, man. They come out there for that young.
He in the sun over there in the desert.
That's a good point.
Hey, man,
That's a good point.
Hey, no state tax. Hey, listen, bro. I'm living the
dope.
life. I ain't palm trees.
Right.
Living the life.
I love to hear that, man. Living the life. Palm trees, kick your feet up, shoot.
This is the biggest fighter.
I'm older than him.
No, exactly. He was
Why you
there.
still
He was
look like
there
you
through all of
13
that.
though?
Nah, yeah, I'm older. Close to like, you know.
Right? Were you torn a little bit in that main event?
Not really.
Not really?
I mean, I was a fight fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was about that time for these dudes, you know what I mean? For us to get a fight like this, these dudes in their prime, they both 28 years old, and they in the height of their careers. And, like, to be honest, I wasn't torn about it at all. You know, I really enjoyed, you know, the whole festivities and everything come to the fight.
But leading up to the fight, how's your relationship with Teofimo Lopez?
I mean, I'm not really that close with neither one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that close with neither one of them. Like, I'm like more close to like, you know, guys like Tiger Johnson and Darius Fulgham and, you know, stuff like people like that. Like, I'm not, Teef Overton. Those are my
You're younger.
guys.
You're not part of that era. Is that what it is?
No, I'm older than him.
No, exactly. He was
Why
there.
you still
He was
look like
there
you
through all of
13
that.
though?
Nah, yeah, I'm older than him. I'm like, bro, like, honestly, when I was...
People don't know Choo as old as what he is.
Olympic alternate for the 2016 team. Me and Teo was in the same weight division. We were supposed to fight, and I just didn't make it to the finals to fight Teo in the Olympic trials. But yeah, we was in the same weight division and all that.
Okay.
Shakur won the Olympic trials. I just happened to stay longer in the,
for the next one,
for the 2020 Olympics, because I just knew I just needed more development and everything like that.
So
but yeah, I'm with these guys, Virgil Ortiz, Boots, Teo, Shakur. That's my class. Shakur? Yeah, plenty of times. Yeah. Never sparred Teo though. Okay. I sparred Shakur plenty of times.
You know, we had Teofimo on the show, and he said he was the geek of the squad. He was kind of like the outcast. And he mentioned your name, so how do you feel about that?
Hold on. I gotta pull my phone for this, because I saw that clip, and it's very misleading. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really didn't like, because what it was, he made it seem like he was like an outcast.
Right.
You know what I mean? But on the real, honestly, nobody knew him because he wasn't around us. It wasn't like, oh, like, he was trying to be around us, and, you know, he was just like, nah, nobody knew him because he's from Florida. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, let me.
So you confirming he's really not from Brooklyn?
So what you showing us?
Like he grew up in Florida. Like, I literally, it's funny because Tiger Johnson just sent me, like, oh, yo, bro, look at the rankings and the Silver Gloves back in 2013 and stuff, right? Look at Teofimo Lopez right here. It say Teofimo Lopez, Region 3. Region 3 is Florida. Region 1 is New York, Jersey. This 2013 National Golden Gloves.
13 years ago.
He wasn't around us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like he was just one of those low-key dudes that we just probably just didn't hear about. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, I really took note of Teo when the Olympic trials came. Yeah. Other than that, he wasn't really going to the tournaments like that and winning these tournaments. And even if you didn't have to win them, but he just wasn't around.
So it was never you, Edgar, and y'all stuff shunning him.
No.
Did you know him at all, like at 15 years old?
No.
Oh.
I did not know that man. I did not know him.
Shoot said no.
Because my name was ringing bells and stuff like that, especially when he was younger. Florida. Region 1 is New York, Jersey. This 2013 National Golden Gloves.
13 years ago.
He wasn't around us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like he was just one of those low-key dudes that we just probably just didn't hear about. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, I really took note of Teo when the Olympic trials came. Yeah. Other than that, he wasn't really going to the tournaments like that and winning these tournaments. And even if you didn't have to win them, but he just wasn't around.
So it was never no you, Edgar, and y'all stuff shunning him.
No.
Did you know him at all, like at 15 years old?
No. I did not know that man. I did not know, bro. You know what I'm saying? He knew me. Because my name was ringing bells and stuff like that, especially when we was younger. Like, I was one of them dudes, you know what I'm saying? But especially when we was younger, I was one of the key dudes that we probably didn't hear about. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, I really took note of Tio when the Olympic trials came. Yeah. Other than that, he wasn't really going to the tournaments like that and winning these tournaments. And even if you didn't have to win them, but he just wasn't around.
So it was never no you, Edgar, and y'all stuff shunning him. No. Did you know him at all, like at 15 years old?
No. I did not know that man. I did not know him. You know what I'm saying? He knew me. Because my name was ringing bells and stuff like that, especially when we was younger. I was one of them dudes, you know what I'm saying? But back then, he wasn't one of them dudes. And even if that's not you didn't have to be one of them dudes to be a part of this cool little clique. Bro, I'm cool with anybody. I'm cool with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
He made it seem like he had that chip on his shoulder because he was the geek and the loser and they didn't want to be around him.
That's his perspective.
Right. Yeah.
That's how he saw it.
But you said you didn't even know
I just
him.
didn't like how he put that out there to make it seem like we was just we was just treating him a certain way. I did not like that at all. We just ain't know, bro. That's all it was.
So you mentioned Tiger Johnson, and obviously you saw what happened between him and the Haneys.
Yeah.
What do you think about that situation?
Man, I honestly feel like, because I have a little insight on the conversations that they had and a little beef and how it all started or whatever. That joint is it's supposed to be boxing beef, bro.
Yeah.
It should not have ever gotten to the point that it got to where they got that physical and they jumped dude and he's by himself like that. That was really distasteful. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know where it stems from, exactly?
Yes. So we did a Sean Porter podcast, right? We was on a Porter Way podcast, and I think that Devin has already got something going on, a little tension with Sean Porter. Right. So anything that Sean say might make him feel away.
Okay.
So there was a clip that was used, and it basically was like Sean Porter saying yo,
he said no.
Brian Norman had more experience, he probably would have had a better, fight for himself. And me in the back, I'm kind of agreeing. I'm like, yeah, I see that. But I mean, that's facts, though. You know what I mean? I feel like anybody, if Brian Norman, everybody knows Brian Norman, his resume is not that deep like Devin's is. Devin is super experienced, bro.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So if Brian Norman had more experience, maybe the fight would have been closer. Maybe the fight would have been more competitive. Would he have won? I don't think so. You know what I mean? Who knows?
Right.
But that's just a fact, bro. That's just what it is. Devin had a problem with that. Called everybody on the couch coons and called it.
So Tiger was on there too?
Tiger was on the podcast.
Okay,
Yes, I forgot to mention that.
Right.
Tiger was on that podcast with us.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he said coons this, coon that, and talking crazy and saying little names and that. Bro, I understand it's a whole misunderstanding and it's a little clickbait. I just said, bro, look, watch the whole interview before you speak on my name because I was saying, bro, I was rooting for you to win the fight. The day after I won my last fight, I was saying that he was going to win the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, bro, So I'm like, listen, before you speak on my name, watch the whole interview.
People got to start watching the whole interviews and stop just watching little cut versions.
So, but then him and Tiger, because they in the same weight class, they was kind of, going back and forth. Then I heard there was some things in the DMs they was saying back and forth. But it still never got to a point to where it was like, when I see you, it's on.
Right.
It just kind
It
of
probably didn't really even get to that point. I think it's because the younger son.
Somebody from Team Haney, old Tiger a fade. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Was
though.
involved.
And
that's more emotional when it's a young son, like you're talking to a kid, but still should have never went.
But Devin wasn't even involved. He was on the broadcast.
Exactly.
Bill was in the interview. Devin was in the broadcast. So all of that happened like that. It was crazy.
And from there's so many different vantage points because it looked like Bill was actually trying to break it up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't even know. So I don't know. I didn't even look further into it. None of that. I just wanted to know how you feel about it.
Yeah, man. It was very distasteful, bro. I was able to see Tiger after the whole thing, seeing all the marks on his face and stuff like that, and I was torn, bro, because I'm trying to go through my whole thing. I had a fighter meeting in that moment that I was supposed to be able to do, and I'm messed up. Just make sure he good.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
It's
You
messed
got a
up.
fight coming up.
Yeah, I got a fight coming up the next day.
Tiger's a good friend of yours.
Yeah, very good friend of mine. Like that's my boy. Like we hang out all the time. We go on trip to Puerto Rico, all that. Like that's my boy. That's my guy. So that was really heartbreaking for me to see, and it just really messed me up, man. And my whole day was messed up.
Did Castro get a little bit of that?
Yeah, he definitely got a bit of that. Yeah,
Castro got a little bit of that. That's my boy.
The last 4 hits when he was going down.
And it seemed like in one of the videos that he was getting stomped by a bunch of people. I don't know who was who.
Yeah.
But he sat in front of me actually in the fight, and he seemed like he had his shades on, but he seemed okay. He's not like badly injured.
Nah. I was happy to see that he was all right. You know what I mean? He's really good to where, you know, he's able to just walk around and be himself. And, you know, he got to see me backstage and everything. Really good spirits. I was really, really happy to see
So
that.
did he do you think it's safe for those groups to be around each other, or it still might be a problem?
Nah, it's to a different level now. Right. Like now it's real beef now at this point. So, I mean, it just sucks that it's now this type of atmosphere is
around staying out of that?
No, you're 100%, 100%. I can't really, you know, put myself into that. You know, I just advise, you know, Tiger just to, you know, move safe, keep, you know, defend yourself if need be. And but I can't involve myself in that, man. It's so much I got going on, so many things I gotta, you know, accomplish for my life, to where something like that'll set me back, man.
Yes, sir. Would you be willing to like try to create some peace between them? And
I don't want to get involved.
You want to get into that?
Nope. Smart man. So you said you don't really know Tio and Shakur that well anyway, but going into that fight, who did you think was going to win?
I knew Shakur was going to win. Okay. I felt like if Tio came with a game plan similar to what he did with Lomachenko, being more on the back foot, being more reactive with the counters and stuff like that, being first and punching while Shakur was punching, those are the little things that can make the fight a little tougher for Shakur. Would it have gotten the victory? I don't know.
Right.
But I think that it would have made it a tougher fight. But Shakur, his distance management is just too impeccable.
Crazy.
Like, you gotta respect his game, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he is so sharp. His reactions are so sharp. T.O., he has a bad habit of doubling up his right hand and bringing his back foot to the front and getting square or turning southpaw all the time. Like, it makes me realize.
Listen to that man articulate T.O. making mistakes, bro.
You know what
Tell
I
me
mean?
he's spot on.
His IQ just makes me feel like it's like he's athletic. He gets by with his athleticism and his physicality, which is great.
I said that for years about
T.O.
T.O.
To beat a guy like Shakur, you got to really be able to think outside the box and do some things that, you know, Shakur probably just has never seen before. At least try to think of something that he's never seen before.
So where would you put Shakur on the pound-for-pound list right now?
Shakur, I think he's definitely got to be top 5 at this point now. He's 4th division world champ, ring champ now as well too. Like, he's definitely top 5. I don't have a specific number because I think like Inoue is up there, Usyk is up there,
Bam Rodriguez.
Bam's up there.
I respect Shusha and what he's saying, man. Fair dude, very articulate, smart. You can tell he know what's going on. He got a handle on this boxing thing, man. Boxing got a damn good champion in Shusha.
Bam. Who could I put number 4?
Yeah,
I Canelo possibly. I don't know.
Nah, I don't put Canelo. I mean,
he said nah.
So if there's no number 4 to you,
then maybe
I could like
Canelo, bro.
In my opinion, you know, it might not be, you know, popular, but
Devin Shakur like this.
Yeah.
Devin Shakur like this.
Yeah.
4 or 5.
But don't you think Shakur, and it's not a shot at Dev, because we all know he beat a fighter that's not as experienced, but still the Norman fight is still big.
It's still
because
big,
he's dangerous and he can punch.
Yeah.
And actually nobody really wanted to fight Brian.
Shakur and Devin
did.
That's facts.
So I'm never gonna throw a shot at Devin. But I gotta say Shakur's win is massive.
Yeah, I think
because
it's
for
bigger,
the, you know,
sure.
the 4 kings, the fight actually happened.
Yeah.
And then the way he did it.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you can argue that Shakur is top 3. You know, that's my opinion. I'm saying you can argue. Maybe.
I can't put it there. I don't know. Bam.
No. I'm not saying you got
Bam, Usyk, Inoue is
I
hard.
think you gotta lock them 3 in as top 3. I think that can't.
Maybe, but I'm just saying, just for conversation's sake, people will argue about it. But definitely top 5.
What you can say
definitely
is that
top 5.
Shakur just beat a pound-for-pound guy.
That is facts.
So who else on the top 3 is beating a pound-for-pound guy?
Yeah. Well, other
Nobody
than
but
Usyk,
Bud before he retired. That's it.
Usyk too.
No.
Tyson Fury, no.
No, some pound-for-pound. Yes, I guess. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess so. I guess so. That's true.
And Usyk is great.
But all those guys is great. It's hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
We're in
yeah.
that era
Yeah.
where we have a lot of great fights.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what it is.
Yeah, that's just what it is. So all those, they're just interchangeable.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, what do you think about the little back and forth him and Conor Ben had in the ring afterwards? You like that excitement? And how does Conor fare against Shakur if Shakur goes up to 147?
You know what I love, bro?
What?
I feel like Budden started something. He started something to where it's like now these fighters going up and just challenging. Like of course it's like these boxers, like we know we can do it at some point. Right. It's like
this been
you
going
may even
on
want to
for a
do
while,
it now.
but he made it so popular right now.
Made it so popular right now too. It's like, yeah, that's like I could go up 2 weight classes and do it to you too.
Yeah. Only problem with that is everybody ain't Bud.
Everybody ain't Bud. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not talking about Shakur. I'm
No,
talking about
facts,
general.
facts. I know what you mean. Like, you know, skills pay the bills at the end of the day. And I think Shakur has the skills to be able to go up in different weight classes and beat certain guys. I feel like a fight like Shakur and Conor Ben is a great fight. I think Shakur has the skills to make that fight very competitive. Because if you can't hit Shakur, it's tough, bro. What you gonna do? Shakur has been in there with, like, some sparring with Ugas. He's sparring with Jared Anderson. He's sparring with different type of guys, and that's way bigger than him, and they can't touch him. So of course he's gonna have the confidence to feel like he can go to any weight division and feel like, you know, you can't touch me. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be a tough fight. Who I have winning that fight, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I like both of them guys in that fight, but that's a great fight for boxing, man. The fans gonna win that one. Word.
Yeah. You know, at one time, probably Shakur was in your mind a future opponent because you guys are 126.
Kinda close,
You know, but now it's like he just went up to 140. Where now he's real far from you.
Nah,
it's not even a thought anymore. Or what?
Nah, because he said he gonna come back to 35. You know what I'm saying? But me knowing my journey though, like I don't see myself jumping up weight classes unless it's like some real money talking. Like like
What's real money?
I would say close to 100 mils. Like, you know what I mean? For me to really, for me to really make that jump, you know what I mean? It gotta really make sense. The hype gotta be there, the whole backstory. Oh, it gotta be a lot invested into that for, you know, all that to happen. But also, I got a lot of things on my plate in terms of things I want to accomplish. Like, I'm not even looking at 130 yet. I got so much to accomplish at 126. I want to be the first undisputed world champion in the full-belt era in the featherweight division. Like even in the, like when the last time we unified, like back in the early 2000s, maybe with Chris John.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But and that was the WBA and IBO.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's not the full that we have now with the IBF and everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, bro, when the last time we unified? So I want to do that. I want to unify, but I definitely want to be the first undisputed world champion in the featherweight division to be in the history books. Like that's gonna put me in conversation to pound for pound. Like,
so you're not struggling to make 126?
Nah, we actually doing well. We doing real good in making weight and everything like that. And you know, power's there, energy's there.
We see.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You see that, so that's why I'm really making that campaign.
Yeah, he looking good. He looking good. I know people be saying he killing himself to make the weight, but I don't really see too much evidence of that. Shout out to Jermaine for the laugh and disco, man. Shout out to everybody sending them gifts, man. I appreciate y'all.
To
John Jones.
Let's talk, since you mentioned money and how much, let's talk money a little bit. Obviously, this is your biggest payday, right? Do you have it? No? Yes or no? I don't know. Was this your biggest payday?
No, it actually wasn't.
So you made more money than this title fight that you just had?
No, the same amount as my last.
The same amount.
Yeah, the same amount. Yeah, the same amount.
So, I mean, are you the type of guy that once on contract, you know what you're getting paid? I know you locked into the fight and all of that, but are you spending money ahead of time already? Like, I know I'm about to cop this, I'm about to cop that. Michelle about to get this. You telling your girl, babe, we're about to buy this. This is coming in. Be real. Keep it a buck.
I mean, you got to treat yourself a little bit. You know what I mean? You got to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Of course, you know, that's going to come back at the same time.
So tell me, Nate, give me one of the things you had in your mind that you wanted to cop after this fight.
I mean, more so it's just about trips. It's not really one material. I want to travel. I think spending your money on experiences in life.
Because the material shit
that really
material shit keep you broke. It really don't. There's no value in most things that we spend money on. It's just like you're giving it most shit you buy lose value. So like, you know, you buying a bunch of material things. I mean, trips is priceless. You making memories and shit like that. That's different. You know what I'm saying? That shit lasts a lifetime.
Intrigues me and once makes me want to open up and, you know, please spend my money on. Like,
so where you booked? Where you going next?
Man, we gonna I don't know. We gonna go to where we going, baby? We gonna go somewhere. Maybe we
you
thinking about going
haven't
to
decided
Turks.
yet?
We thinking about going to Turks. We thinking about going to Japan at some point. We thinking about going to. We gonna do different countries outside for sure. We're definitely gonna do some traveling. You know what I'm saying?
And you gonna do some shopping while you're over there in those
Of
countries.
course, bro. We gonna do some shopping. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm frugal though, bro. I'm a frugal dude. You know
So what about investments? Because if you look at a guy like Danny Garcia, he didn't wait till he got the millions and start investing. His first check at $75,000, he went and got a property. You know what I mean? So have you started that yet? Speaking to a financial advisor or any kind of investments at all?
I've had certain conversations with financial advisor, but that's definitely something that I'm definitely into for sure. I'm definitely into that because I know boxing. I ain't gonna be boxing for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get this money as well. Like to be honest, I love boxing, bro. I can't see myself stopping anytime soon.
Of course not.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I do want to be well off. You know what I mean? To where and then I want to be able to be out and have my mind right and do commentating and everything as well, talk shows. Like I want to be in movies. I want to do a lot of different things outside of boxing. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to be able to get out when I need to. But I feel like I'm gonna struggle with that. I ain't gonna cap.
So talk to me about, or have you experienced this once Shushu started making like money that you made in this fight and the fight before and so on and so forth? Are people contacting you, family, cousins, like, yo, I need this, I can't pay my rent now, like, yo, can you hook me up? Like, yo, man, I'm struggling right now, my kids need sneakers. Like, not like that.
Nobody hit me
Nobody
up.
in your family, come on, keep it a buck. Nobody in your family is asking for a low change.
Nah, man, I mean, I don't know if that's gonna happen. Yeah, I mean, they probably gonna give me a little grace period, a little time to be chill.
You
Not
lucky.
right now. Nah, man.
Catch me. All right, so have you said no to anybody yet?
Nobody asked me nothing yet.
Really? You got good family members, though. Damn.
Told y'all Shushu got some good family, man. They want to see him win. They ain't trying to take from him. They want to see the dude win.
Everybody doing good. You ain't got nobody struggling.
We know what it is, man. I think they just realized that, for the most part, like I hope that they realize that, me grinding and me doing all this work and everything like that, like that's me.
Right.
And they just happy to just see me being as successful as I am because they know what I've been through. They know all of the things that I had to push through and accomplish to be able to get to where I'm at today. All of the doors closed in my face, all of the doubters, people forgetting about me, people, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it wasn't an easy road for me, bro. Like, a lot of people, like, they really try to shut me out and not give me my opportunities. But I had to force my way.
Who are some of those people? Can you
I mean,
name any?
it's not. I don't really care to name people. It's all noted up here.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just use that to fuel the fire that I have in me to be able to become world champion, man.
I don't usually when I ask that, it's not really naming people, but you're with Top Rank, right? I don't know how that situation is because Top Rank doesn't have a TV deal, but were there other promoters that passed up on you before Top Rank? And if so, which ones?
Oh yeah, definitely. The Zone. Matchroom. I think my pro debut.
Okay.
We were supposed to be in conversation with them, but I think that they said no because they had other interests in different fighters. And then with Top Rank, it was like I think it was just put on the table. Like there was like we was conversation, but it was kind of just put on the table. So pro debut, I wasn't signed with anybody. Tyson Fury, I gotta give a big thanks to him because he, gave me an opportunity to fight on his card when he fought Deontay Wilder for the third time in the T-Mobile Arena.
Right.
And
didn't he say good things about you too?
Yeah, he did.
I
He
remember
definitely
that.
did, man. I got to give him a big shout out for that. He helped me out. And then on top of that, my fight when I did what I did and the people that was there, they was watching, that's when Top Rank, they was like, yeah, now we got to sign you, bro. Because, like, you look great.
Right.
And it was I wouldn't want to knock that guy out, too. I was thinking, like, fans, I needed a knockout to, build interest. But I think they just liked my style because it was just entertaining. Then the next fight after that, got into my first knockout. First fight in the Garden after that, my third fight. Got a crazy knockout, went viral. Yeah. It was over after that.
Are you still signed to them and for how long?
Yeah. I'm still signed to them. I think I got a couple more years with them. They've been treating me so well.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they've really helped me so much for promoting myself, man, and put myself in position for the world title. You know what I'm saying? I can't thank them enough, bro. Like the whole media team, everybody backstage. You know what I'm saying? With Barbara Arum, Bruce Trampler, Brad Goodman. it's everybody, man. Like, everybody's just been so well with that team, and I just can't thank everybody enough, for real.
I'm telling you, man, you're only as strong as your team. And when you're hearing people being very appreciative and thankful of their team, that is why they know take a damn, you know how they be saying it take a village to raise a kid, should be taking a damn village to raise a damn or groom and build a world champion. Telling you, that's why you see so many people start and don't finish this shit, or they had the talent and skill, but if you don't have the backing and the team and the people in place, it's gonna be really tough to navigate this landmine that boxing is.
They've been doing their job.
That's really good to hear, man. Finally, some good news from a fighter. So what's your relationship with Turkey like, and does he have a plan for you?
Oh, yeah, now Turkey with me in all the big fights, bro. I like his mentality. It's just like me. I remember when I first met him, when I became a ring ambassador, me and him was just chopping it up, and he was just like, yo, well, like, what's your interest? Like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, bro, I want to fight all of the champions. Like, I want to fight Nick Ball. I want to fight Inoue, da-da-da. He's like, I like that. I like that. I want you to fight Nick Ball, too. And then after that, we will get the Inoue fight. Like, I want these big fights to happen.
So he knows all of the fighters? And
Yeah,
he knows all of the fighters?
Yeah, he knows all the fighters. Like, he's very in tune. He loves boxing. He does not play. Like, he's like, I remember when we was talking about
That's interesting. Another fighter liking rocking with Turkey. It's crazy. I wonder why.
fight with Nick Ball and the numbers that they wanted, you know, we couldn't produce it at the time. And
Big
he was
dog
like,
with
oh,
it. It's good, bro.
2 million? You want come on. All right, let's do it. I don't care about that. Let's get him on the phone right now. Get him on the phone.
Wow.
Like, he was ready to do it right then and there.
But then what happened, though?
They said no. Like, they still declined the offer. His team declined the offer.
Wait, but that's what they wanted?
They wanted $2 million, yes.
And he offered $2 million.
Yes.
And Nick Ball.
Nick Ball's team. I don't think Nick Ball would say no to the challenge. I'm not gonna say that to the fighter, because I really do believe, a champion like him would be willing to get in the ring with anybody. You know what I'm saying? But I think his team, they kind of moving, they moving small. I understand the business, you know what I'm saying?
Trying to up that ante.
They're trying to up the ante, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't have a title at the time, so if he lose a title to me, high risk, low reward, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But
now it's gonna make more sense. So who's the middleman? Like, who introduced you to Turkey?
My manager, Ishmael Henson.
Oh, Ish. Okay, that's my guy, Ish.
Yeah, he definitely helped me out when it came to that. But yeah, man, he's been the bridge between me and Turkey, and we've been having a good relationship since.
Ish helped us out a lot throughout our career too with the zone. So big shout out to Ish. So it seems like he likes your style of fighting. Obviously, you confirmed that with an exclamation point on Fight Night with that knockout. Do you go into a fight wanting a knockout?
Nah, I don't go into a fight. I used to, especially like I had a whole knockout streak in the Garden. Like, I was like 6, 7 fights in, just knocking guys out. And I kind of kept, wanted to keep it going. But it's a double-edged sword when you think like that. Of
course.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you get the knockout, but then you don't. And the fans are expecting that. They're like, oh, you're just writing them off. Like, bro, I think I went 2 fights, and I got decisions. Oh, he ain't got no power. He ain't got no power. What's wrong with y'all, bro?
It's my idea how they block you, though. You gotta rent. You know what? I'll do this. Watch this. That's crazy. Shout out to Big Dog Willie. Appreciate you, my guy. I hope not. I'm about to get rid of a lot of moderators because they'll moderate the chat. So I'm about to get rid of a lot of the wrenches. People be misusing them, doing silly shit. We'll take care of that. We're gonna fix it. Shout out to my guy, man.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to Big Dog. I'm gonna play a little bit more of this. This is more than halfway through. Shout out to Shushu. I just wanted to hear that backstory that he was telling, man, where he was about to quit. Hold on, I might have a
Then I
time
knock a
stamp.
guy out.
Fight
Then the next
fans.
fight, I get a decision. Oh, he ain't punching like that. I'm like, bro, I just knocked so many dudes out.
They
Y'all
did it
just
to Edgar
forget that.
Berlanga. You know,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
great that he had all those knockouts, but then as soon as you don't get it,
Exactly. As soon as you
they
don't get
throwing
it, they
you
just
away.
throwing you away. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bro, this joint is boxing. You're not going to knock everybody out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even
Facts.
Deontay Wilder couldn't knock everybody out, and he was at some point.
Yes.
You know? But I feel like, you know, I am a pure boxer, and I want to continue to show that. If I get the knockout, I get the knockout. But I definitely know that it's just a higher chance of me getting a knockout sometimes because I go in there, like, with bad intentions.
Bad intentions.
I go in there, like, really going there to really punch through a dude.
So you knew he was to win this title. You knew he was done after.
Like, I was able to
poverty in order to be great. Now, before I met you, I met your father. So that right there told me you had a father. He's there. He's present. How was your upbringing? Were you guys poor, middle class, what?
You know, we were in a poverty-stricken neighborhood. You know, Brownsville is what it is, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know, like, Brownsville is like the most dangerous neighborhood in Brooklyn. And Brooklyn is the
day.
To this day. To this day, still.
That in East New York.
Yeah, then I word. East New York is like that, too. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, my parents did a great job, though, at keeping me out the streets. You know what I mean? My dad put me in boxing at the age of 7, but it's still so much that you can control when you're in an environment like that. You know what I mean? Like, I watched somebody get killed at the age of 5, first time, like, and that was traumatic, bro, right?
Crazy.
And I was just on the
DJ,
phone
what
with my
up?
cousin just yesterday talking about it when I was living with my cousin. We used to wake up 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, just heart beating fast because they shooting outside. Right near our window. I'm on the 2nd floor.
Yeah.
I had a freaking broken a window, a bullet hole through my window, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it get like that. You know what I mean? Like, we seen people getting shot. We like down like that right down the street. We see him dude running with the gun. Oh, we looking. Get right back to the conversation. Yo, that's crazy. It was something you just got desensitized.
Normal.
It was normal. You know what I'm saying? After a while, so.
But even in that environment, and I wanted to bring this up because people think that you have to be outlandish and braggadocious and disrespectful at times to really make it in this sport, right? If you're from our communities. But even in that neighborhood, you walk around with a certain level of respect for people,
For sure.
well-mannered. And I've always noticed that over the years, like you almost like you did it the right way. You know what I mean? How did you come from that neighborhood and kind of stand out to? And there's no disrespect to people in the neighborhood, but you know how cats talk. You know, like, you don't move like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, where do you think you get that from?
I mean, to be honest, like I think that just me being a child of God, me coming up, you know what I mean, and my granddad, seeing my granddad, he really influenced me a lot on how he was with the family. He was like the matriarch of the family, son. Like, my granddad is a child of like 13 siblings, you know what I'm saying? But he was like the man that was looked up to as the head of the family, deacon of the church, and you know, the way he put his energy into making everybody feel happy every single day when you see him. Like, he used to be a guy, he used to be near the train.
The shoe. He said, he'd be willing to fight Shakur at 140 with no rehydration clause. Said he could make the weight for everybody that's worried. Long as he ain't got no rehydration clause, he could do it at 140.
Station when people coming down the stairs from the train station, just giving everybody just feeling, just good vibes. You know, he was just would say something, put a smile on somebody's face, make everybody feel good throughout the day. Me seeing that, no matter who it was, whether if it's a person that's wearing the flyest stuff or somebody that's, you know, struggling with drugs or alcohol, something like that, he was just a person that just put light into everybody's lives. That is something that I really looked into when I was growing up. And just...
He's gonna put his foot right in his mouth. Let him go ahead and make
I'm not better than nobody, bro. Because I've been through a lot of things in my life as well, too, to where it was like, man, like, bro, like, it could happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm not better than nobody. When I say I'm from Brownsville and I got Brownsville on my back, I'm every little bit of dirt crumb you see, every little, like, that's me. All of the highest of the highs that come from Brownsville, that's me too. And everything in between, you know what I'm saying? I'm not better than nobody, bro. I just know and I believe in myself and knowing that I'm gonna be the best when it's all said and done. When it comes to this boxing joint, me as a person, I'm just a child of God, man.
I like how he always had, man, smart dude, man. Definitely gotta try to get Shoo on.
Beautifully said, man. Beautifully said. Likewise, Ryan Garcia versus Barrios.
I just wanted y'all to hear some of that. This dude got a real story. Probably could play the rest tomorrow. But shout out to everybody. This was a good sit down. Y'all check out this at All the Smoke Fight by Hakim Barak, man. That Shoo interview was definitely good. Talked about how he almost, wanted to quit, give up. You get what I'm saying? It's talked about his people that had his guy that had passed away, man. Telling you, bro, ain't nothing like a person that been through some things, man. And when you learn from them, you grow from those experiences and different, traumas and trials and tribulations, man. Build character, bro. And I think that's why he's likable the way he is. You can tell he had the right kind of people around him because he moved accordingly. Like he got sense, and you know it. You know what I'm saying? He was taught well. At least that's what it would appear, right? So shout out to Shoo. Now he getting his just due fully. He's a champion, and that's good, man. Boxing got another top world champion, man. I'm here for it. But lastly, I know it was some little fake rumors going around talking about Shakur signing a Zuffa for $15 million, or they offered him. He didn't sign a no damn Zuffa, man. He shot that down. Look, this is Ellie Segback talking about a boxing rumor, but Corey has shot that down, man. He ain't signing nobody. Not no damn Zuffa. Not nothing wrong with it. If they gonna give you the money, they give you the money. But that was just a dumbass rumor. You know what I'm saying? And Corey said he wanted the same testing that Bill Haney had. He said people making rumors up, me signing the who? And that's Zuffa. So you see him shooting that down himself. He ain't with Zuffa Boxing, but it's gonna be a lot of people that is on Zuffa Boxing. And we're gonna talk a little bit about that. They got a roster. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow. They got a hell of a roster. I mean, they put some people on their roster. I'll say that. Think more suspicious. He do. Yeah, he make it suspicious, but you know what? Long as he up in Vada, like Corey said, like he want that same bit of testing Bill was talking about. You know what I mean? Long as he tested, go out there and cook his ass. Let him go make 140 and get beat up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I think could happen. I think he gets took to school. You know what I'm saying? But I would like to see them fight. Hey, man, I'm here for it. I'm here for the fight if they want to do it. I'll get rid of this. So we'll see, man. I think people are interested in the fight shit. Tio said the fight was all designed. The fight with him and Corey was by design. You know what I mean? He made it look like that on purpose. It was by design. Like, it's the weirdest shit ever, bro. So, you know what I mean? There's just no telling what to come out of these guys' mouths. So we'll see what's next, man. Is it going to be Ryan and Corey at 40? Is it going to be Shakur and somebody else at 40 or 35 potentially? Is Ryan going to have to stay or stick at 47? It's definitely going to have to go to 54. It's a lot going on, but we'll see. We'll see. But shout out to everybody that rocked out to the end of the show. Hit the like button, sub to the channel. Make sure you smash that bell icon so y'all can be notified when we live Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Sometimes we come on early. We call the fights. Y'all know how we do, man. I appreciate y'all. This week moving fast for whatever reason. Damn, tomorrow's Thursday already. But we going to keep building. Y'all appreciate the love and the support. And we're going to be back tomorrow. Don't meet me here. Beat me here. 4 p.m. Much love to the family. Y'all already know how we do. Fabricating. Yeah, I think they just throw shit out there a lot of times, see what sticks, see how people respond and react to it. And I think if them numbers be right, I think guys will make certain sacrifices, but making 140 pounds would be an ultimate sacrifice for Ryan. I respect the hell out of it if he's able to buckle down and really make that weight, something that we haven't seen him do. And his dad said 144 was too much. So 40, and that's something crazy. So we'll see. But again, shout out to everybody. Much love to the family. And I'll see everybody tomorrow. Peace to the fam. We just gave boxing its just due. And
representing Brick City, Shakur.
Finding those levels, too. Look at that four-punch combination. It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meeting them with straight left hand.
Oh, there's a knockdown score with the left hand.
the best boxing talk. It's probably the most unbiased channel on YouTube. Right now, we're gonna give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Just Due.